Last time, we had a hell of a combat. We got to meet a very annoying NPC that I was rooting for the party to kill, and they did. They absolutely demolished a taken hold mission and managed to wipe out the small cadre of NPCs that I was worried they might actually lose to for a moment. But they walked away with a very odd and kind of cryptic message that they had intercepted. Not because it was encrypted or anything, but because the one that wrote it uses leet speech, and it kind of makes it hard to read if you weren't around in like the 90s on the internet. We also finally got the parts we need for them to start fixing the printer, which means that at the very least you were able to get your mechs back up to fighting order. It's not quite up to the standard of maybe respecing or, taking a new license level, but maybe next time. We also had some very intense RP with some of our characters. I won't spoil anything. If you're interested, go watch the last one. It was real good. And I think, unless anyone has anything else, that we can dive on in your reclaimed suite, basically. At one point, when this mining station was new, these rooms were meant for VIP guests. Now they've been long since abandoned, and you kind of had to replace all the furniture just to be able to sit on anything, because it was kind of gross. You all, just whatever your routine would have been that morning, would have heard from Shelly coming over the intercoms of the room itself, letting you know that your next mission is on hiatus while they tend to some problems around the station, including getting the size 3 printer up and functional. So until then, enjoy your time on Hell's Gate, whatever that may look like. She does also attach a small dossier on an individual named Al, who, if you are interested in sig diving, is the one of the go-to figures. Sig diving, of course, being the practice of cutting your way down into the deep layers of this station that have been long since buried and forgotten, and looking for old shit. Basically,
like
antiquing. But
that sounds like right up Garb's alley, I'm not gonna lie.
This is right up Marl's alley.
I think that's probably what brought us all together, honestly, besides the police.
We all went antiquing together.
We all went.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I've
was celebrating being
you.
released from the police station. Was antiquing.
So, Garfield's gladiators, what would you like to do?
Well, who's down for digging around for some old shit?
I am. I do kind of want to look at that that message I found in the funeral.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, before we get started.
Okay.
Like, hey Zoe, hey Mara, let's figure this thing out.
All right, I'm gonna warm up my hacking fingers and have a
it's
go at it.
Not difficult. When this thing was recorded, the technology was about 1/10 of what you can currently do in a matter of seconds.
Okay.
So let's
Where did they live back then?
get some appropriate music. No. Music is important. Bear with me. I promise.
It is. It's the vibes.
If any of this music would play, that would be super. I'm about to just start singing music.
Do
I'm
it.
not street
Do it right
That's
now.
not a problem on Roll20. Literally the entire time I've been writing my Thirsty Store Lesbian campaign, not a single song has played on Roll20. And I've re-uploaded and tried many a time. Very angry about it.
Good thing I can cut this out in the YouTube video.
Oh, while we're working on that, and Matt, I see you're in chat. Hey, this blueberry, whatever the fuck this is, beer, pairs very well with Nutter Butters. Just saying. Anybody has whatever this blueberry Belgian beaver beer?
That'll work.
It's very good with Nutter Butters.
That was a whole sentence. You just said
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I have none
I don't
of
know
that,
what this
but
beer's
it sounds
called.
delicious.
Is
So
It does sound
everyone
delicious.
around for this recording?
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
at least Marl and
Wait.
Zoe are. I don't have anyone else who wants
I'll
to.
be
can.
I'll be vibing in the background. I do have one quick question. Hoop, is my sink fixed?
Is your what?
My sink. I broke the sink last game.
If you wanted to get it fixed, absolutely.
Okay, okay. The sink is fixed. Anyways, I'll
be
be
our
there
first
in the
test sprint.
background.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we're all
Yeah,
just
I'm
eating
also
breakfast
listening.
and we've got like our coffee on the table and we've just got this data pad or whatever it is.
The recording is basically of like a camera set up in front of a screen. As it's a little fuzzy and kind of distorted, but eventually does clear a little. And you see an older gentleman, clearly a life spent laboring, very much graying hair, very wrinkled, very tough hands. And it reaches up, adjusts the camera a few times. Hello? This is Marcus aboard Hell's Gate. I don't know if this message is ever going to reach you, but I had to try. Emily? Sarah? I'm sorry. I should have been more careful. I thought maybe this job would provide for us, but now we're stranded out here. And doesn't look like we're gonna get back anytime soon. You see him look down, and just kind of at the corner of the recording, you can see a picture frame. I wish I could hold you both one last time, tell you I love you. I didn't think it would end like this, but I want you to know I'm doing everything I can to find a way home. I'm not gonna give up. So stay strong, and if this message does find you one way or another, know that your dad will always be with you, no matter what. I love you more than anything. And it cuts out.
Well, that was a friggin' buzzkill. Any inkling from the recording itself how old it is?
Time is kind of relative, but it's definitely Setcom era. So a couple 100 years ago.
Yeah, sending it forward now is not going to do any good.
Probably not.
Well, damn.
Well,
Yeah.
that was a fun way to spend a morning.
Yeah, that was a bummer. Hey, Zoe, is this old enough for you to want it?
No, it's too depressing.
Yeah, you're right. All right, he just tosses it in his bunk.
Just throws
So
the
let's
trash.
go. Let's go antiquing.
Let's go antiquing.
All right. Min.
What? I'm not here. Actually, you can't see me.
The camera certainly has decided we can't.
Yeah, I feel like that. I don't want to know what's about to happen. What's up, Hope?
First, I'm going to turn off your autofocus and see if that does anything.
Probably not.
It sure
it's
didn't.
just my camera. Whatever. It'll fix itself eventually.
It'll fix itself.
LC is Faye. Like cameras can't focus on her.
Mm-hmm.
Toss. I have all
As
the powers.
everyone is getting prepared, getting ready to meet this Sig Diver, you would feel Apophis's presence just, flood into the back of your mind. That cooling layer of gel that just almost puts all of your thoughts on a very microscopic delay. Well, you're welcome, first of all.
For what?
Well, who do you think set this up? You've been so down in the dumps, I thought maybe some actual being down in the dumps of this place might help cheer you up.
Yeah, actually, that's really thoughtful of you. That is really thoughtful of you.
I'm always
What-
thoughtful,
what-
darling.
That is not true, Apophis. What is your angle here? These last few days haven't exactly been fun for either of us. So I'm guessing there's something here that you want too. But I will say thank you, because
Al is an expert at finding lost relics of a lost age. And there are things on this station that I believe could be beneficial.
okay. Now we're getting somewhere. And is there something specifically you want me to look for?
I don't know yet. Suppose I'll find out when we get there.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think we all need this, not just me. There's like very much a distance in her voice that has not left since, what was it, 2 nights ago, 1 night ago?
Mm-hmm.
Since that time. I really hate this camera thing right now. I'm trying to say, oh, I did it! All right, it didn't want me talking shit. Since that dream, I don't think Min has been 100% like focused on anything, and a little like volatile, like emotion wise. But that's neither here nor there. Most people would be like, that's Min.
Yeah.
That's
business as
there
usual.
she is. What did Apophis do this time?
That scamp.
Except for Zoe. Yeah. Except for Zoe. Zoe knows what's up. And there's been some like active eye contact avoidance of Zoe. Absolutely 100%.
Anything that any of you would like to do in preparation? Or are we just good to go?
Marl's stoked. She's ready to go. But yeah.
I think maybe like while I'm like just getting dressed for the day and kind of gathering my stuff, I want to have a little chat with Nyx. Since we're having an HP chatting time.
Sure. You
I
see
think
them
there's still this
outside.
awkwardness of like not
Just-
knowing how to call them. I'm just like,
They're kind of
Is it
just
like
always
checking your
around.
emails?
yeah.
In this instance, you're kind of seeing like from out in front of this suite smoke, like not quite smoke, but like shadowy smoke kind of just billowing under the front door. Is a very clear indication of where you can find them.
I'm just staring like, interesting. Kind of like open the door, like just a total, just like as an invitation, but then kind of closes it back, like realizing they don't need it. But I'm just like, good morning, if you live by the fake time we have created since there is no sun. Anyway, how are you doing today?
I'm functional. Why? Did you need something?
Well, a chat, really. I just wanted to check in on you and tell you about the adventure we're about to go out on. But functional sounds like that means good. You're doing well. I suppose.
I wanted to say thank you.
Oh, for what?
In our last combat, you allowed me partial access to your Lancer.
You have helped me many times already and proven that you want to be a part of the team. I feel like it's only fitting that we actually get in there and tussle together a bit sometimes.
Says nothing.
She doesn't for a minute either, just blank stare, like slow blinks. It's like, was that something that was like, you're thanking me, so I assume enjoyable? I don't want to push you into work too soon or anything.
My influence has been known to have an effect on those systems that I touch.
Like my systems are the one you're attacking.
Yours.
Well, the influence seemed mighty helpful. I'll say that. And I appreciate it. And hopefully we can continue to deal with annoying douchebags together. But that wasn't exactly what I was gathering, I guess, you here for. So, gives the rundown on the mission, or like our day of fun plan. Like, when you are kind of palling around with me, can you like see this world and what I'm seeing at the same time? Like, are you just another pair of eyes, or what is your perception like when we go places?
I exist on a space that sees more than what's around us.
Oh, well, that's helpful. A bit of an extra eye, I think, is what I am looking for.
Are you asking about the other NHP that has been wandering? I watch them come and go quite often.
You're talking about Apophis, or is there another one creeping on us?
No. I call her Penny.
Oh, Penny? Penny's wandering. Interesting. Where does she wander?
I don't ask or follow.
Privacy is very important. Good note.
If
if it
order
ever
me
comes
to,
up.
I would follow her.
Okay. If Apophis asks you to do that, can you say no? I trust Penny a bit more.
Understood.
He's quite a loose cannon. And I have a lot of questions for him eventually, but I don't know how to deal with that anyway, because Min's got to deal with it first. Plus, I think he has quite a personal relationship with where we found you, so I don't want any sort of pain, I guess, for lack of better terms for you.
I don't feel pain.
Unless-
None of us do.
Well, your code was quite jumbled when we found you. It seemed painful. I don't want that to be relived, whatever you call that state, I guess. But, no, I wasn't asking about Penny, though. Now I'm curious. More of when we are going around looking for things, if you could help keep an eye out for maybe things that aren't as tactile, or in the way that I know a lot of us are going to be looking for with scrap and the likes. I'm more interested in what sort of information may be hidden down in these depths, or anything that can give me a better picture of what this station was really doing or hiding, or it's all very odd how it all got set up and continues running. I don't know. I just want a clear picture, especially if there's anything that deals with these pirates. I'm grasping at straws, really, but
I'll see what I can
Um,
find.
Wonderful. I do appreciate it. Maybe don't follow Penny either. I don't know what the. Use your own judgment. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I guess. Or should I? Oh Lord.
They'd kind of turn from this just swirling mass of shadow that kind of coalesces into an almost humanoid form, one that you've partially seen before, of a taller, very androgynous figure, a loose button-up shirt just kind of hanging off their frame, standing probably a good 1.5 feet taller than you, and just kind of like materialize in front of you, looking down. Whatever you need, I'm here.
Oh, I understand men now so much more. Okay. Thank you. I do appreciate it and everything that you do. Please don't hesitate to ask if there's anything you need. I like this look, by the way.
I do too.
Good. Good. I'm going to go get dressed now, so.
I'll be waiting.
Okay. Steps back.
Just for Jason, what does this look like to Garm? Does it look like she's talking to herself? Like he can't actually see these things, can he?
It's really up to what Kaya would want, but you could kind of just separate yourself into this separate space. So to anyone else, it would look like you're just like sitting there reading or enjoying a cup of coffee, or unless you physically want to have gotten up, walked outside, and had this conversation, it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was not that she's like hiding any of that conversation by any means, but I think it was a little more like you probably saw a door open and then close back, and like that was it. But she still is talking out loud. She's not really like it's very weird to her to just think the words.
Mm-hmm.
So you do your one-sided conversations.
But yeah, there's your answer. Anything else?
Now, Garm's just gearing up. He's got what looks like a tack vest on with a bunch of pockets. Like strapped to the back is his small travel toolkit, which is one of several toolkits he has. And every other pocket is jammed full of like flares. There's some rations, but mostly it's flasks of alcohol.
Very cool.
I think that Zoe would check in with Penny before she headed out, but probably as she's getting her stuff to go in, she'll just, hey, Penny.
Just a kind of omniscient voice just kind of blinks in from everywhere. Yes? Did you need something?
Not necessarily. Min's really acting weird.
You mean stranger than usual?
Yeah. I saw something last fight.
Oh.
Like, her eyes went all yellow. And like I know she likes fighting and it's fun. But the look she had when she killed that guy, I don't know.
Did you want me to say something?
No, just keep an eye out, okay?
Of course. I'm keeping an eye on everybody.
Right.
Are you okay?
No,
Okay,
I'm not.
I have been asking around for some proper ingredients to do some baking. It's a little tougher than I'm used to, but I think I can maybe track some down on some of the other stations, and maybe soon enough we can have a proper night in.
I'd like that. Thank you, Penny.
Stay safe out there. Don't get tetanus.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Zoe scoops up her stuff and heads on out.
If just pan the camera back just a little, step away, step through the fourth wall for a moment, as we would focus back on Penny in the OmniNet space that she's currently occupying as she closes a channel that were attached to your comms. She is nowhere near the house. She is currently traversing through just lines upon millions of bits of data, just almost just like mass deleting as she's looking for something. And we pan back to all of you.
Morrow is by the door with her hands in her pocket. You guys are taking so long. There is cool shit to find. Let's go.
Kaya comes out like blushing still. Sorry.
Yeah. Garb takes the first hit off his flask and hands it over to Marl.
Thank you.
Half expected a note from Kaya to Min's terminal that just says, I get it.
I think there's a look. There is a look that is shared that like only Min knows that it's like a what if she understands what I'm giving the look about? I don't know, but it's there.
You muted.
Mim gives the look.
I'm muted.
I figured that out like halfway through a sentence. So Min was probably like standing near-ish Marl, just like smoking this whole time, because I think their method of stick diving is just like fuck it, we ball, as is most of their life. And so they've been just like chilling, and then the minute Kaya comes out and they make that eye contact, she's just like the most for the mental state. I was like halfway through saying mentality.
Wow.
The mental state that they are in at this moment. The most shit-eating grin that they can possibly manage. It's pretty funny. Even she can't deny that. It's funny.
I picture Min's version of sig diving is very akin to Scrooge McDuck when he's in his vault of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, but also like get into like weasel their way into the most dangerous looking area that they can. Like the most rickety area that looks like it's about to like collapse right as soon as you touch it. That's their version of stick diving. It's just fuck it, we ball. This is also an obstacle course. Indiana Jones style.
All right.
This isn't going to turn into that movie where they go spelunking and there's all those weird cave people. Is
Oh, not as
I
above,
forget
so
what
below.
called.
It's
The descent.
the descent. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Never know.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you remember we just had that discussion hoop about you don't have to say things.
I
could just, like,
promised.
stop.
Garb's going to bring his blaster and his knife too.
I promised that I didn't plan for any mech combat.
Mech combat.
Always
Is it
look for the
PvP?
disclaimer.
Are we gonna fight each other?
Oh no.
So anyways,
We're going to fight our own enemy.
We're gonna fight ourselves. Like our
Stop.
internal demons.
Oh
Shadow
no.
Personal combat.
It's fucking Traverse Town all over again. Not Traverse Town, Twilight Town.
make our way through the streets of Hell's Gate, past the hundreds, thousands of people that are either just getting off of a very long night shift or are up for their shift the next day. Again, for a place that should feel nothing but despair and loss at being abandoned and adrift for a few hundred years. Everyone here, every single person you are passing, has that same look of determination. They know that they are the reason that anyone here can survive, and that's kind of enough for them. But it's a short tram ride and probably a good half-hour hike down into some of the lower crevices of Hell's Gate. And you all, some of you maybe for the first time, others, if you've done some exploring, you may have seen them before. A little crustacean-like creature just hanging out at the edge of some air duct. And is just kind of chittering away, just kind of tearing at some mass of mold, whatever it happened to find for dinner. These are vent crabs.
It reminds
They
Carmel
are
of his
a
childhood.
truly invasive species. You will find them everywhere below the top layer of Hell's Gate. They aren't necessarily dangerous unless you came across a horde of a couple hundred of them, at which point you might want to run. But in
I love
groups
them.
of 10 or so, they're more curious than anything.
Can we keep like 10 of them?
The safe number.
It's our new baddie
Yeah, the
bars.
safe number. Yeah, do they multiply? Hope! Can we have them?
They are a pest. They are an invasive species. So you may not want
Yeah,
to.
but
Like
so were
turtles.
So are mice.
Barras
and stuff.
were
People keep
too.
those.
literally Batty Barras were 2. And now Nikki has like 7 of them and they're
I feel like Dingle's already killed like 6 of them.
Yeah, I
on my
think-
doorstep.
yeah. You have like 7 dead like
I stepped in one
vent
barefoot.
crab carcasses in your mech and you're just like you open it, god damn it, Dingle.
Probably. Find a new one every morning.
He's establishing his perimeter.
But yeah, as you are sitting there watching this thing, eagerly picking apart its meal, noticing you, and then just kind of scurrying backwards into the duct, you would hear a very echoey voice, as if they're talking to you from down a tunnel. Please watch where you're going. I'm sort of doing some delicate work down here. Please.
Like they're calling up to us.
Yes, as if they're like down deeper in that vent.
I wanna flick one of the vent crabs down the vent towards him.
There is a thud, and then ow! Ah. I'm fine.
Are you okay?
Oh no, I do it again. Is there another one?
I push like I smack the vent crab away.
There's
It's a little funny.
some sound of rustling, and you can hear someone climbing their way up the vent. And a figure.
Arms drinking and enjoying the show and passing the flask over tomorrow.
A figure pops out. That is the wrong one. That's Jerry.
Jerry!
It's
Jerry pops
Jerry.
out. What
It's
are you
always
doing?
Jerry.
Or Jerry. He's my
Everywhere.
spirit animal, I think.
I think so too. I would agree.
Oh no! Wait, I
Oh,
like
okay.
this one better.
Oh,
Hold on.
Oh,
Yo,
Hold on.
yo, whoa. Hold up.
Okay,
We're gonna
you
take a
said
second
ow.
to just up.
I was in the process
Appreciate.
of pushing the crab away, but now I also shove him in. I'm like, I don't know.
You'd get punched. Not really though.
Shit.
But I might punch you over this one.
I lean over
Hey.
tomorrow. Shit, gotta be fast in this place.
A figure with long black hair comes climbing out. A piece of surprisingly high-tech jewelry, kind of almost like a tiara, just like hanging right under their hairline, like brushing themselves off. Oh, hello.
Just a personal attack on my life.
We're
Were we supposed to meet them? Is this who we were supposed to find?
This
yeah,
is
we're
Al,
looking
right?
for
Okay,
Al.
Just be like, yes, is that you?
Yes. I'm
He
Al,
lured us into a false sense of
Alan-
sexy.
Alice. It depends who you ask.
Hello. Yeah. Goffold's gladiators. Let everyone run through their names.
I
We're still going by
did
that?
get
Yeah.
sent your file this morning. Yeah, yes. It's very nice to meet you all.
It's very nice to meet you.
Well, I'm happy to get started whenever you are. If you need some time to get acclimated, I know the air down here can be a little difficult to breathe.
I think we're good. Good to dive right in.
All right. Well, I do have a few extra harnesses here if any of you need them. Just a tether line
Yeah.
that keeps you from getting lost.
Absolutely.
That sounds
Strap me
awesome.
out.
I would love to. They would absolutely go, strap it around your waist, around the shoulders, make sure everything is cinched up tight. That's not too tight, is it?
I like a little tighter.
All right. Like, give it a good yank.
Perfect.
Um,
I'm looking I'm looking them straight in the eyes as they're doing everything.
blushing, just bright red. Sorry, I don't I don't interact with people very often. I'm usually down here with the crabs.
I get it. People are the worst. I don't blame you.
Yes. But Ed would turn and start helping the rest of you. For everyone that wants a vest with a safety line, if you don't want one,
Yeah. If she starts
You
reaching
tried-
around
you tried to
Garm,
talk
he'll
to the
look down
girl
at her and
herself?
say,
Or I don't want one.
He'll- if she starts putting one on Garm, he'll look down at her and say, "Don't be afraid to hurt me."
oh. Now a brilliant shade of scarlet.
Zoe will definitely take a harness as the whole climby bit. It's gonna be a challenge for her, but we're gonna get through.
All of you with safety vests, you'd see that the cables are connected to a very large winch that could help pull you out should the worst happen and you get stuck, or at the very least you can follow it to make your way back.
This is my active, test hoop to see if you will kill me.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm real excited to find out.
All right. Well, and they'll pull up this kind of overlay of the area, probably a good 10-mile wide bit of map. There's a few areas where you can see a line has gone down near the bottom and everything is mapped out. You are seeing a 3D display of the path taken and the path taken back up, but a vast majority of this area is undiscovered. So, are any of you going together, or are we splitting up and seeing who can find the coolest shit?
Like that. I like that.
Against for better judgment, splitting up.
Yeah. Danny, same brain cell. It's a competition now. I'm gonna number one.
Look, Mario's
I
just
see
gonna
this.
go for it. If anyone wants to follow, they can follow. Otherwise, she's just finding the most obscure, farthest spot possible, on the most remote, undiscovered area.
I feel like as a group we've done this before, and I want to know if we have any parameters or rules that we've had in previous encounters where we just know how to find the coolest ship for the unspoken competition of splitting up. I feel like it's a group activity that we've done. I don't know what the rules
Yeah,
are.
is it
though.
by dollar amount that when you actually salvage it? Is someone the judge?
Welcome to
Well, there's
our
definitely-
lethal company simulator.
But there's definitely extra points awarded for cool factor though. Even if it's not worth a lot of cash, if it's super freaking
Yeah.
cool, you get extra points.
Yeah, like one
Coolest
time
factor.
Garm found a really cool hula dancer lady for his mech.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one
And that
time.
bird that
Yeah.
dips into the glass of water.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like that. It's like before Toy Story 2, the little Pixar short with the the snow globes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
Garm will say to Zoe, "Hey, if you want company, I'm game. But if not,
Yeah.
I'm fine."
I am terrified of being lost down here and falling to my death and probably breaking something. So yeah.
Sounds good. Do you want to lead or do you want me to lead?
Oh, I will follow. I am notoriously terrible at getting lost.
As all this is happening, I just look over to Al and I'm like, I guess it's just you and me then, huh?
Yes, I suppose it is.
Wonderful.
Face has not returned from the Scarlet yet. So we have team.
Why is she hiding such beauty down here?
So we have team Garm and Zoe. We have team Kaya and Al. And then we have Min. And then we have Marl.
Good and right.
Yep,
Okay.
that's the choice we made.
We love these choices. Don't even play with me, Danny. We do this to ourselves and we love it.
So yeah.
Garm will be
Maybe Al
checking
could be our
in via
guest
text
judge.
occasionally.
And
Maybe-
if you
maybe-
feel like you have a good trigger that would apply to finding some cool stuff, you are free to roll it.
I think Marl's gonna find God down here.
Why
Who?
do I have nothing? Like this is my whole character, and I have nothing for this.
What do you got?
Can I get a hold of something?
Absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
I don't care about this. Can I just roll charm?
Absolutely.
You
No, I
already
want
found your
Nikki
treasure
Bug.
down here. You found your
That's
diamond in
really-
the rough.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just finding me some like info hidden somewhere, and I'm just flirting. This is why I asked them to help me.
The only info you're looking for is some digits.
Marl, absolutely a success.
I have show off. Would that
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Yes. Okay. No. Too much fear.
I mean-
Too much fear.
I've got stay cool, I guess.
Sure. I
Perform
mean,
a task that
technically,
requires
you and Garm are
concentration.
rolling, and together we're taking whichever of you rolls higher.
Okay.
I actually have investigated. I probably should have like actually.
13.
So that's like
Absolutely.
13. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wait, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to use
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
Kaya!
charm, baby.
Oh damn, you sure did a lot of things and found a lot of things here.
I found so much.
You found
Today.
A
so
lot of
True
exploring.
Out in the pleasure center.
Stop. I love this crew so much. Oh my god. I have Attune to the World and Get Somewhere Quickly, but they're both +4, so I think I would rather do Attune to the World.
Sure.
Which is let your surroundings speak to you, see a method in the madness, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So kind of like follow that like Assassin's Creed.
Guys, are you turning into Sherlock right now?
No,
Seeing everything floating around.
this is my design, Will. No, I was thinking more like when Desmond uses his shit in like the real world before,
Eagle
like
vision.
when he's out of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. I don't remember. I played those games in like 2012. Not accurate. Just a straight roll. I'm gonna roll a 1.
Almost.
3.
But it's still a 10.
Nice.
Is that a success?
That is a success.
Okay. These last few games I've played on stream have been very bad for me in rolls. I don't think I succeeded in a single roll in Danny's game last week.
Well, with a natural, or not, with a over a 20, with a technical crit. Kaya, you want to roll 2d20, and I'll let you pick whichever of the two you want.
Okay.
It's rocking
Oh wait,
her world.
that's wrong. That is incorrect. That's a 20.
Two things.
We
Alice and her
have
twin sister.
a 12 and a 4.
Oh, yeah. I like added them together.
A 12 is an
12.
old, blown-out cold core reactor. It looks as if someone tried to hot swap the catalyzer while it was still running, which would explain why it's covered in a thin crust of melted hard suit parts and carbonized organic material.
Rookie.
Unfortunate.
And
Mhm.
4, it looks like it's an old arm from the original Saladin model mech. The shield projectors have long since burnt out, but the fingers on the hand still twitch slightly under some residual power from its local backup batteries. From the damage, it seems like something grabbed it, wrenched the whole limb right out of its socket.
Which one of us is Rocket Raccoon? Because we have now started a collection of arms on this crew. This is the second
I
arm
think
we've
we're an
come.
entire crew of rockets, to be quite honest with you.
Someone's gonna go up to me and be like, "I need your arm for what? Don't ask questions. I just need it." Give me
You
your
want
arm.
to build a mech that's just arms.
Oh my god. I think in
Completely
one of the
accurate
new
mech.
builds that Hoop was showing us, there's just like a mech with like a shit ton of arms.
There is.
Danny's like, I want to be this arm mech.
But
Want to be the
you probably get about a mile or so down. All of the while, I assume, engaging in conversation, asking about Al.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
You would learn all about them being a xenobiologist who basically took sig diving as a way to stay relevant in the station, basically get left alone, because really they're just here to study the vent crabs.
Mm.
They're also on the run from Union space because they technically went MIA as a Union scientist.
Oh, welcome to the team. Oh, it's a wonderful club, isn't it? Being on the run or disgraced.
Yeah. Well, this... which one did you want, by the way?
What was that?
Did you want the Saladin arm or the blown-out cold core reactor?
Probably the arm. Let's take some arms. We can weld that onto somebody. It's just for funsies.
Just start gluing arms to someone's mech.
Yeah.
We'll make our own arm mech.
I'm gonna put a magnet on it, and I'm gonna secretly try and like just stick it on the back of one of y'all's mechs without you noticing. That's gonna be the new game.
Just use it like a melee weapon. Just beat someone to death with this random
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
I mean, an arm that is about 5 times the length that Kaya is tall.
Like,
But
you
would have been a
joke, but
mech, you know.
there is a talent for that. There is a specific talent for using improvised weapons just to beat the shit out of
True.
someone with them.
True.
And it's not
Yeah.
the size of the Kaya in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the Kaya.
Oh, that's
As
like-
you are...
That's like actually really soft.
as you are getting to know your guide, and they are very much warming up to you. That scarlet blush is long since gone. They are laughing and smiling and generally and just enjoying your company. You would
Wonderful.
hear the voice of your NHP.
I tried very hard to not talk out loud this time.
Am
Hello.
I interrupting? I think I found something.
It's all fine. I'm just like giving little eyes, and I'll just like pretend to kind of like dig through something, you know.
I was specifically looking for Union, well, anything that might be of use. I believe I found a crashed escape shuttle. I'm not quite sure what it was, but I believe this is of interest to you.
Is the shuttle here, or is it just like information on it?
It's deeper, but we could get to it.
Hmm.
Your Union ID came up in the recording.
Oh yes, let's get to it then. Okay. Interesting. Is there, I guess, lead the way.
If you'd
Hold
like,
on.
they can simply play it for you.
Oh, cool. We don't have to like actually go to the actual like things. Okay, yeah, hell then, yeah. Let me hear that, please.
You hear a voice that you have not heard for a very long time. Kaylin. Secom log entry 563. This is Kaylin. Operation Black Veil. Our object remains unchanged. Purge the incriminating data from the outpost. Georgia and I will proceed with caution. And then a voice, again, that you have not heard for a long time. Yours. Roger that. Looks like it's time to dance with the danger again, huh? Georgia, radio discipline, please. Just because this is a walk-in operation doesn't mean it's some jaunt through Wonderland. Keep it together. You hear the sound of footsteps echoing, accompanied by a very deep thrum of machinery that grows more and more intense. You hear Kaylin's voice again. We're approaching the data center. Georgia, I want you on that interface. You got it, boss. Let me work my magic. There's a good minute of tapping and otherwise silence. Any day, Georgia. We don't have all the time in the world. Yeah. Hold on. Just a few more seconds. Damn. Then there is the almost ear-bursting sound of alarms that are suddenly just blaring, just shattering that silence like glass. Kaylin's voice again cracks out. Calm, but you can still hear the concern. Looks like we've been compromised. Again. You can do anything about that alarm? And you hear George's voice. Negative, boss, but if you'd like, I can finish what we came here to do. If you can get off my ass for 2 seconds. There's another pause. This time the silence is broken by gunfire. There's some very muffled sound of Kaylin barking orders to other people in the room. And then it's George's very low voice. Kind of as if the only one in the room that's aware of the recording. God, I hate this. And then it cuts.
Do I, as Kaya, remember this mission or this time? Or is this all like just the tip of the tongue kind of thing?
How many of George's memories can you accurately recall?
I don't know. I don't know how this
I'll
works.
give you a d20 roll if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I keep trying to hit the D8 instead of the D20 on here for some reason. Not many. Not fucking many. With a few.
No, this mission is not ringing a bell.
Nix on this crashed pod. Are there any organics inside of it?
I'm not sure. There's no life signs.
Yeah, they'd be a few hundred years into dust by now, I would assume anyway. Is there any sort of like VIN number also on this pod that we can know where it maybe came from? Like,
I'll go do some more digging.
okay, yeah, any sort of black box data on the ship itself would be greatly helpful.
And
I appreciate
just
you.
like
This was
that,
good
Nyx is
fun.
gone.
For the record, Garma is going to dispute anything you guys bring back that you used an NHP to find.
I found my own arm. It's somewhere
well,
to stay tonight.
Who was our next highest? I think Garm and Zoe were next.
Yeah, we both succeeded, didn't we?
Yeah. You got a flat success, so I just need one of you to roll a d20.
You want to roll the d20s?
I rolled a 7. You've got better luck than me tonight. I think.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think so. I trust you.
All right, I'll try. That was a 2.
2. You find a nice set of disposable solid fuel boosters, something that hasn't been used in Union space for many years. Intended to get an atmospheric capable ship into orbit. An odd find, to be sure, but these look like they burnt out a long time ago, possibly from re-entry, but it would be weird for a ship to need to basically crash land onto this station without landing at a dock.
Well, these things are old, so I don't. Oof, no idea how they'd get here.
Like knuckles white clinging to a ledge. Yeah. Yes.
Garm's like leaning over on one leg. He's poking at it.
Yeah, that's great. So excited for you.
A lot of fun. Like tears coming down the face. So much fun.
Not to trip anyone's claustrophobia or anything, but there's certainly been a lot of times where you're squeezing to get to places.
It's like spelunking.
Definitely like spelunking through metal instead of rock, and everywhere you go, it's groaning and creaking as if it's ready to collapse.
And Garm is going to make sure he goes through like tight spaces first to make sure there's enough room for Zoe to get through, which shouldn't be hard because he's roughly twice her size. And he's like, "What? I mean, these things would have been old when this station was first launched.
Yeah,
I don't
it
think they've used these things."
doesn't make much sense of how it is here and not. But
She's just like kind of climbs up and gets to it.
You make sure he's got like a hand on, like an extra hand on your harness, just to help you feel like more secure. Unless they just tossed it down here, like maybe they were using this place to get rid of garbage for a while.
well, like
I don't know.
everything they use is reused. I'm sure there's things that you could probably reuse in this.
Oh, I
Some
mean,
pieces.
just the metal in it's worth something, right? Is but all you said, all the fuel has been spent, right?
Oh yeah.
The solid fuel. Yeah. Huh. How are we carrying this stuff back? You've got like a giant mech arm. We've got
As long as one of
solid
you
fuel
has
rocket.
your like cable, your safety line, you can basically just hook
Yeah.
it to it and it'll drag it up right alongside you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I hook it off. Hey, that's not bad. And just as we're going through, Garmin's gonna make like just casual conversation. It's like, so, I'm not prying because I know like you don't really talk about your past, and if you wanted me to know, you would tell me, but I've seen you do enough shady shit to know that you were involved in some shady shit. And I was just wondering, do you know yourself, or do you know someone who might know? Like say someone was looking for you and they had access to technology or skills that are like elite level. Like I'm pretty good at hiding myself from most government agencies, local cops, things like that. But I'm talking like Harrison Armory level or Union special ops level people. Do you know how you go about hiding yourself from somebody like that?
You just become somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of fake IDs, but I don't think that. Imagine for a second that, for example, Penny absolutely hated my guts and wanted to track me down and kill me. How would I hide myself from Penny?
Well, you need a penny.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Do you know, I mean,
The only way an
do you know any?
NHP hides from another NHP, or what you're saying, you just had to have one at the same level.
Oh, damn it. You don't know of any human that could do it or would have access to the tools that could do it? I
can't
can't handle an NHP.
I know. You shouldn't have to. I knew someone that was really good at it. I don't know how to reach them anymore. But yeah, if you can figure out the systems that they're using. And like, this is a point where like Zoe kind of will pause and you can see like a little bit of the bubbly shell kind of crack. If you figure out what the files they're using and you edit the files, they can't find you anymore. It's a lot. Kind of had to remove any traces of what you were and become a ghost.
Like, when you say ghost, a weird look crosses his face that you haven't quite seen Garm make before. It's like almost like a wince of pain. A little bit. Okay. I mean, thanks. You give me like some stuff to think about.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Garm.
No worries. Old bills come due, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Well, let's keep looking, shall we?
Yeah.
Squeezing through the next hole.
That brings us to, I think, Min with a 10? No,
Yes, right.
Marl got a 13.
Yes.
Oh, nope. Just
Yep.
kidding. It's
So
Marl.
D20, please.
Sorry, what, D20?
D20, yeah.
Okay.
Gotta find the most amazing shit.
11.
11. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a big one.
I knew it.
You probably have to like blowtorch, like cut your way through a sheet of metal and like burst out into this almost like open, just like pocket in the ruins, kind of like a crater, because you're staring at a old surveillance satellite that was first launched when this ship entered the Calliope system. It looks like it probably got knocked out of its original orbit and then crash landed onto this station.
Did friggin' Marl just win this thing? I got a freaking old rocket. She's got an arm
I
and
got
the
a
whole
satellite. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. Marl will start packing it up, or like I just like strapping it up, and
Most of it is just pretty well burnt out or destroyed. but
Okay.
its internal databank is still intact, and it looks solid enough that you could get data from it.
Okay. Can I just start like digging around right away, or
Yeah.
do I need to like kind of think? Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm curious. I'm excited. I'm just like the adrenaline of just finding something is like rushing through a vein.
You would see the initial scans of what the Calliope system looked like centuries ago, where this satellite first launched here. And you would see the two planets that some tech fat-fingered to hit GW in front of their designation, which means Gaia World, which is why they sent millions of people here to their death, because they anticipated that there were two worlds where life could be sustained. There aren't. There are no sustainable planets in the Calliope system.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna start collecting this if I can and take it
Yeah.
with me.
Easily.
Okay. Cool.
All right. And Min. I don't need you to roll a d20.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Let me
You'll get nothing and like
correct
it.
myself. I do need a d20, but we're rolling on a different table than everyone else. So, would
Elsie
you give
finds
me
the ghost
d20,
of Min
please?
past.
A d20 if like you tell me what the fuck you're doing.
Absolutely not.
Roll it right now. Roll it.
Miri has given you a -1 to this roll.
Oh, Mary's
Oh.
a natural 20.
Oh,
Now it is a
I ne-
natural 19.
Mary, I want you to know I don't remember the last time I rolled a natural 20 and you did this to me. Why do you make everything in my life ruined? It's not my design, Mary.
You're kind of existing in this, in-between space of seeing everything around you on the OmniNet as well as seeing everything physically. And you've been following this one pulse of energy that has been very much amplified by Apophis.
Oh, wait, hold on. Matt
There is
also
a
gave a
+1.
+1 at the beginning, so I'm back
Yeah.
to a natural 20.
Fair enough.
Okay. Fuck you, Mary.
You're
Sorry, my
following this
connection is bad.
pulse of energy deeper and deeper, and you can kind of track where everyone else is, and so far you are the deepest underground. It was a race there for a moment between you and Marl, but Marl did stop, whereas you continued. And eventually cutting away some bits of scrap metal, some plates, some concrete that's formed up, you would find an NHP casket. Designation Janus.
Don't you dare. I don't like that name. I don't like what that name's gonna mean for us. I don't like that. I don't know what that NHP does though.
Hold on.
Well, for all of us at home, Janus was the Roman god of beginnings, time, passages, and endings,
And two-faced.
and being
two
two-faced.
faces.
I have to send a DM. Hold on.
It's funny because I sent a DM today
Okay.
that mentioned that word.
Okay, cool. How big is this casket?
It wouldn't fit in the cockpit of your mech. It's enormous.
Still
How
not
do
as
I
cool as a
get
satellite.
it out of here then?
Is it wrong to say this is what I was hoping we were going to find?
I think
I'm
we
so
lost
sorry.
Elsie.
I'm sorry. I was like
Just
clicking
quit.
through DMs and I accidentally hit the hang up button. I panicked and I left.
Is that what happened to you?
Yeah.
Apophis kind of starts helping you to pry away some of the security walls that this thing still has up. Is it wrong to say that I was hoping to find something like this?
It's always kind of what we're looking for. I mean, we also have those other, 60 NHP caskets on board?
Yes, but I have agreed not to touch those.
So you want to touch this one?
It doesn't belong to anyone. In fact, I'd probably be ending its suffering.
That is a word choice that you've just, put together there. Why we haven't even talked to it. Why do you think that you would be ending its suffering? I don't think we ever discussed ending an NHP's suffering before.
I don't think we ever had to.
So why do we start now?
Exactly. I appreciate your reasoning.
That's it? You appreciate
Oh,
my
well,
reasoning?
it is trying to
No.
reach out to us. I'm just muting the signal. You don't want to hear the other end, I promise you.
What if I do?
I promise you don't.
Open the channel. Open the channel.
I promise you don't.
Don't think that you need to make decisions for me and what I can and can't handle and what I do and do not want to hear.
I need another D20 from you. An 8. We are getting higher.
I'm in.
The just explosion from an NHP that has been cascading for centuries is just absolutely just dumped on you. As if the ocean was being suspended above your head and then it was just let go. And you are
There's
drowning.
she absolutely stumbles forward, clutches the nearest thing that could brace her to standing, but brought to their knees immediately, clutching their ears, starting to try every protocol that she knows to shut it off without begging Apophis to do it for her, but eventually asking him to shut it down.
You are experiencing a phenomenon called astride the veil. Abstract concepts permeate your brain despite your attempts to focus on anything concrete, anything within reality. You lose all sense of space and time. Physical, emotional, and psychological concepts become vague ideas you can no longer grasp. To you, it would be hard to distinguish from your own hand or a rock on the ground. The thought of empathy is erased from your mind. Your own thoughts are rejecting any ability to distinguish physicality from astral space.
So what does that look like for me, Hoop? What am I going through right now? I know I can't distinguish reality from
Your
astral space.
human brain has been ripped into a million different shards, none of them realizing what the other is.
Essentially, I have no thoughts but all thoughts at once.
You are
Bro, this is
perceiving
some Doctor
things that
Strange shit.
your brain has never been able to perceive, and everything that you're used to
You're on
perceiving
shrooms.
no longer exists.
what do I do? Like, I don't know how to get out of this hoop.
I imagine right now you're probably screaming.
Yes, absolutely screaming. She's losing her fucking mind. I thought we were playing Lancer, not Call of Cthulhu.
There's a very fine line when it comes to paracausal entities.
Oh man,
Call
I
of
fucked
Lance
around and
Thulu.
found out for real this time. I sure did. Yeah, no, she is screaming and screaming and screaming, and is she screaming? We don't know. Like, she doesn't know. Is that actually her voice, or is it somebody else's? Can she hear? Is she actually doing this, or is it all in her mind? I don't know. But the action of wanting to scream is sure happening as she experiences every particle and every atom in her body single-handedly tear itself apart and then put itself back together a million times over.
Would you cry out for Apophis?
Yes. Without a doubt.
It feels
Immediately.
like an eternity. In all reality, it was maybe a second, maybe two at the most. And all of that weight is just pulled back off you. Your mind is just shoved back into some semblance of normalcy. Well, how was that?
Instantly loses her breakfast even if she didn't have any.
I thought so.
What just happened to me?
That is cascading. You just cascaded for the first time. Congratulations.
What?
Yes.
This isn't funny. This is, once again, you have taken the worst time to tell a joke or try to tell a joke.
I'm not
honestly,
joking. Your human
I
mind
can't-
just cascaded.
I can't cascade.
Apparently you can.
Ow. Ow.
You
Why?
forget that half of your brain is shared with me.
I think that's a little gratuitous. I let you hang out there. I let you live there. You were always there. You were present in my mind, but I don't think that half of my brain belongs to you.
Half of your neurons form my casket. What would you call it?
Well, you don't pay rent, so I guess. Guess you're technically
Well, regardless. As you can see, this poor NHP is suffering. And it's up to me to put it out of its misery.
What I just experienced cascading, what just happened to me is that's what it's been going through for
In eternity.
years. Okay. It doesn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. It should. You do it.
As the rest of this altercation takes place in the OmniNet, everything else would kind of melt away as Apophis's golden form just looms over this prison. He reaches down and just rips the gate off, and something tries to shoot out like a rocket, but is immediately grabbed by the throat and just held in place. Apophis kind of looks it over as a predator would their prey. And in a very low voice that I leave up to you whether or not you hear, he would say, I do wish you'd have been able to put up more of a fight. And then we'll rip into it.
On whether I heard it later. It's a good image. It's real hot though. A little bit. A little bit hot. A little bit. Even if Min did hear him say that, I don't think that they are in any kind of mental capacity or state of mind to comprehend what just happened at all. Like, how does one even recover from being ripped apart and put back together a million times in the span of a few seconds? That felt like an eternity, and it's never happened before. Along with all the other shit. But cool.
That's what they do in combat, and y'all are like, "Oh, I'll just shut them down real quick and start them back up."
I've never once shut down a cascading and HP. I said, let them cook.
Kaya almost had to pay the price for that.
Yeah, and you know what? One time I actually rolled a 1 and I never cascaded because you suck. And he ended combat. So
is there going to come a time when we have to shut Min off and turn her back on again?
Yeah, probably. Cycle your Min. Oh, damn, now JT gets to make that joke at me. Anyways. Shit. Okay. Well, we've just eaten an HP then, I guess. How do I get out of here? I think Min will probably spend some more alone time looking, just looking in general, but I don't think any of that looking is actually looking. It's more like dissociative, like shifting through junk and just like throwing things over their shoulder and just like not even thinking about what happened. And if there's not anything else that I'm going to find narratively, I think eventually she would make her way back to the others, but it would be a slow meandering, like no direct path, not even thinking about going back, but somehow she would make it back out of like instinct.
If you want to roll just a d20 for the actual salvage, you could. You did succeed.
If you want to let me have that too, that's fine. But
at this point, she's trying to salvage her mind.
Yeah. It's a 9.
Oh. A case of Crichton's Choice Purple Ribbon Whiskey. 12 intact bottles, unopened and still in near perfect condition.
This
Sorry,
is
Mara, I'll
so
see
good
just
for me.
one.
That's the best one yet.
Because that means that I could be like, hey, I found this. And everyone's like, oh shit, booze. And not ask me any goddamn questions of why I'm acting so weird.
All right.
Perfect distractor.
We would ask questions if you weren't acting weird.
On the way back, a couple hours in, basically the rest of the day is everyone climbing your way down, finding whatever cool shit you can find, and then climbing your way back up. Continuing the conversation, Al would bring up the topic of, obviously you are Lancer pilots, having gotten your dossiers. They would ask, have you met any of the engineers on Hell's Gate yet?
Have we considered like actual engineers?
Calamity?
Yeah, I was like, I don't have Calamity like counted as engineer. Evan, old friend, I guess, on site. That is one, but we haven't talked much.
Not to pry, but I did notice that some of your team does use augmentations or prosthetics, or you never know when some good cybernetic augmentations would come in handy. I have a person if you're interested.
Oh. I look down at just my prosthetic leg, like, I guess an upgrade one of these days wouldn't be too bad. Get a little more tech in it.
And she is a little younger than you might expect, but I mean, her parents were damn near prodigies back when this ship was, working. So don't let her age fool you.
What?
But, her name's Kraken.
Right. Crack. That's a wonderful name. Well, I guess maybe I will look her up tomorrow after you and I have a drink.
Yeah, I suppose it's just about that time. I just got to send my daily report in to Jerry, and yeah. Where were you thinking of going?
I only know of one place. The one with the motherfucker. It's his name, but
GMS Generic Bar.
that's it. I knew it was a generic name. I forgot it was actually generic. It's the
Oh,
only one I'm aware of.
another figure that, I assume you're all capable of fixing your own mechs, but if you needed a good mechanic, Michaela, another one I'd highly recommend.
Well,
Uh,
aren't you just knowledgeable on this place? How long have you been here?
uh, going on 8 years.
And it was the crabs that brought you here?
Well, that and not wanting to be murdered.
The union. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. If you don't mind me asking, what sort of trouble did you get up with the union that they're after you? I won't tell us all. Promise.
Well, um, Harrison Armory kind of, but they pay really well. But I didn't really know exactly what they were doing with all of their research, and when they paid me to, give them some of my xenobiology research, and I found that they were planning on using it for a bioweapon, I sort of erased every trace of it and put a virus in their system and then fled.
That's quite impressive.
Well, they have sent people to try to kill me. But Jerry has
Yeah.
protected me every time, so
Jerry.
I-
That's surprising. He doesn't seem like one with strong enough gusto to fight back the union.
he cares a lot about the people here, even if you're not from here.
I'm not doubting his carrying ability, more his actual physical or
Well,
diplomatic abilities.
It's probably mostly Shelley, to be honest.
That does make more sense. Well, that's quite impressive. I mean, I just blew up a little cargo ship in my escape. Well, and I guess I'm technically Union property as well, but
Yeah. You can clearly see the mind is just wandering as Al is kind of just like walking on autopilot.
Well, how about then, yes, we go get us a drink and see what everyone else has gotten up to.
Yeah, and hopefully no one got wedged under anything and needs to be rescued.
Hopefully not. Quick question. When it comes to delving down here and such, do people just do it freely, or is it more you need a guide? How does the...
No, there's no regulations. Just try not to get yourself killed.
Interesting. And, I mean, from where we are, it's just the rest of the ship till space. I mean, how much of this station is wrecked down there?
Hundreds of miles.
Hundreds of miles.
I-
Nix,
it's-
popped in my head. Nix, how many miles away was that ship?
traversing through that, you're probably looking at about a day's worth of digging, of sig diving to get to it.
Cool. Not going to deal with that yet.
Well, that's and the climbing out finally to come to that clearing. He'd, tap his comms, trying to reach all of you, letting you know that it's time to start heading back if you're not already, and if you need it, we'll turn on your winch and help pull you out. For those of us without any safety harness, being Min, I need a check for you to get back. If it's get somewhere quickly or stay cool,
Min's about to become a
survival. That was almost a 2. Instead, it is a dirty 20. You are probably a little bit behind the others, but you do also have Apophis to help guide you and keep you company.
I'm having a day.
All of you'd come back to the surface, your various finds in tow. And I don't know what your judging scale is of who wins this, but
Oh, it's Min with the liquor
Min
and
won.
stuff.
Min won. I lift up my data core excitedly, and I look at Min and look back, and I go, oh.
I look at my rocket like the kid with the worst thing at the science fair.
to be fair, Marl, this data core that you have would probably go for a lot of money if you were to sell it back to the Union.
Oh, she's not selling it. She's holding on to it. What?
Don't do it. Don't
do
sell it.
what?
Don't sell it.
I'm not selling it. I didn't say I was gonna sell it.
Okay.
I'm just holding on to it. I'm just holding it on. I'm holding on to it.
Hope's trying to play devil's advocate here, and we know true friendship doesn't crack under pressure. Hope. Is it soup? Okay.
Was it supposed to be soup?
Yeah, was it supposed to be soup? Okay.
This time, yes, it's supposed to be soup, and it is soup.
Okay.
So we have a old Saladin frame arm, still functioning. We have the data core from a defunct satellite that crash landed on the station. We have the remains of some burnt out solid fuel thrusters that looks like a ship
500
tried
years
to
old.
crash land onto the station. Its thrusters burnt out, and it probably traveled far past where those thrusters landed. And then a case of very, very old whiskey.
I want to think like Garm's geeking out on that arm a little bit, though. It's like, Jesus,
Yeah, I've handed it
this
over.
thing's old. This is a Mark 1. Jesus, where did you find this?
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I've checked so many times. Question though, Min, does this mean we are having a house party, or are you trying to sell it?
I don't think I've ever wanted to make money off of something that my friends could benefit from. So house party it is.
Wonderful. I'll just kind of look over to Al. Drinks at home instead?
Yeah, do you have a place in here?
It is awful. Horrible. Very dirty.
Well, everything is.
Yes. I did snag some clean sheets though, but
Good.
and well, none of our laundry got done. Apophis, just yell out. But we've cleaned it the best we can.
Yeah, like I said, I just gotta finish this report, and yeah, if you give me the address, I'd love to.
Wonderful. Well, send it over, and I'll start and I'll be like, oh, I think need. I don't want to send it on like work channels or anything. That seems a little improper. And I only have the number Jerry gave me, unless that's personal as well.
Jerry to the house party?
Garm hands Kaya a small piece of metal and a grease pencil.
All right. Well, with your loot in tow, is there anything else that you would all like to do? I will let you all know, you did get 5 pips of the clock filled with all of your rolls, which means that you did earn a piece of reserve equipment to use in your next mission.
Okay.
And I will give you an option between 2 of them, because you were close to unlocking 2 pieces, so, you know. One is a full action. It is a covert infiltrator. It lets you teleport up to 20 spaces, and when you land, it creates a burst to an area of soft cover that lasts until the end of your next turn. You immediately become hidden.
Super useful.
Okay.
And 2... nope, I'm going to re-roll that. You absolutely
it?
cannot be trusted with that.
But what was it?
No, what was
Level
it?
22 max.
You can trust us with anything.
A lockpick pattern nuclear bomb.
Hey! No take backsies.
Give us the bomb.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think we deserve it as a treat.
I think the final
After
decision
everything
has
we've
between
been through, let us have the bomb.
You can't. You won't let us re-roll, so I think that you should give us the bomb.
The lockpick pattern nuke flies 10 spaces before impacting in a blast 3 radius. Characters inside the blast must make an engineering save. On a failure, they take 8 burn and become exposed until the end of their next turn. On a success, they take 4 burn and are not exposed.
I want the bomb.
I like the bomb.
For your next mission, you'll have the reserve of a lockpick pattern nuke.
Trying bomb
else?
really big, and then circling it.
I think I'm gonna look up Kraken before the night party and starts.
Sure. I'll even show you.
I will
their
also
NPC card.
share the information on both Kraken and Michaela with the party if anyone else wants.
Zoe, it would definitely, because I don't think I was able to get the OmniNet thing installed at the beach episode. So she would be looking for someone to install that.
Easily. Yep. The profile you would get for Kraken says a slender, white-haired youth possessing 3 equally inexhaustible talents: prosthetic construction, sig diving, and raw chaos.
Sounds like our kind of guy.
Yeah.
I
Nope.
love them already.
Cancel that. Show players.
Mm-hmm.
There is Kraken.
Oh, haha!
Yup.
Love them.
Yep.
I just saw Jerry again.
Yeah, I just saw Jerry. again.
Just scroll down on the bottom.
We won the game, guys.
Oh,
We
I
won
already
the
closed
answer.
it. Can you pop it up again?
That one girl from Gossip Girl.
If you go to the journal too, there's like the NPCs tab.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Kraken.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like what's her
Mhm.
face, Taylor Momsen.
The age of 21. parents that were very talented engineers from the Setcom era have since passed away, but passed on all of their talent to this ball of fire. Random Rhapsody, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for sharing your community with us. Let me give you a quick shout out. There you go. Thank you so much. But yes, if you need prosthetics, if you need a SIG diving partner,
Garm does.
they also have a personal assistant NHP named Moira.
Let's just keep adding thinly veiled Overwatch related themes and names. And...
Anything else on our day of downtime?
No, just gonna talk to a lady about a leg.
Are you going tonight or the next day?
I mean, if it's nighttime, no. But if there was time before drinking happens, would probably at least go talk in case there's like some time or money that needs to be had before anything can be done.
Day and night is very much a relative term. They basically hold like a 24-hour clock, which means very little. But yeah, if you wanted to take anyone with you or go alone, you are welcome to do so.
Anyone want to go talk to a woman about a leg?
I need something installed, so yeah, let's go.
Wonderful.
I'm always down to check out some legs.
Same, Lawson.
And if you
Honestly, I only trust you to pick a good one for me.
How does it keep doing that?
This game is gonna kill me.
And Michaela, first name Michaela, last name Omnidoc format error.
Aha, that's what it was.
A body modification enthusiast who has quite a bit of work done, usually browsing mods in her augmented reality interface with cat ears. Totally not a self insert, I promise you. These are actually from the book.
You're throwing too much out, Hoop. Like, Garm's neck is getting horribly strange here.
Anyone else, or is this just a Zoe and Kaya mission?
I'm gonna be tagging along
And Lyle.
just for kicks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll tag along. Why not?
Min is off on their own mission.
Min is muted.
I'm zooted.
Strangely,
No.
feeling very full.
That's not funny.
Kind of
All
funny.
of my PCs are hungry.
But yeah,
So
all of you would pop into this basically like a quarter shop. It kind of looks like a 24/7 just like little grocery mart that you might see it in a larger town, but there's just body modification shit just like scattered. There's no rhyme or reason to anything's placement. There's things just hanging up on the wall. You can hear the sound of like an acetylene torch as you see a figure just bathed in red hot light, currently cutting away at something. Not an ounce of eye or face protection. Yeah, hold on, I'll be with you in a minute. This fucking thing. You see her get up and just like boot whatever it was she was working on, it just goes clattering across the floor. Hey, how can I help you?
Well, we
Al?
Potty.
Alice? Alan? Al? They sent... Yeah, said you were coming.
Wonderful. I don't have to give them message then. Yes. Said that you quite the prodigy yourself, and I just kind of like kick up my leg. I'm like, I request more tech in this. Is at least my aim.
Huh. I mean, it's pretty solid build. Looks like standard Union shit. Nothing fancy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's a quick job.
I might have something I could do with it. What's your time frame? You popping in and out today? What am I looking at?
I don't know. Anywhere from a couple of days to fucking forever, but how about we say for fun 3 days? 4?
I can do that. She'll just like hook a chair with her foot, slide it over, backwards, of course, and sit down, just like staring at your leg. Very, very handsy. Not really worried about personal space. Not afflicted by embarrassment in any way, shape, or form. Purely sees a problem, sees some mechanical thing that she can work on, and is just going to work. Is it giving you any trouble, acting up at all?
No, honestly, it's just a hunk of metal. It does its job. I prefer very slim, very small mechs to fit into.
Probably slim it down quite a bit without losing much strength.
That's it.
I got a few, might need to make a few calls, call in a few favors, but I bet I could find something that'd work.
Wonderful. Any fun bells or whistles like Heelys or jump boosters or hidden blade? All said jokingly, but with a little bit of like, she has no fucking clue, so it's like also a question.
Well, they don't typically come stock standard with a hidden blade or anything, but let's see what I could do. I got a lot of people in here with don't fucking touch me kill switch. It's a very non-lethal shock. That's, it's a deterrent.
Okay, I was a little scared that meant very lethal to me and the other person.
No. I'm a
The FTM,
professional.
they're pretty standard.
Clearly. I like a good shock. You never know when you might need it.
Yeah, it just quickly taps some notes in her data pad and then like tosses it back onto the desk. But the rest of you, need anything done?
Yeah, actually, I got this OmniNet suite to install. Look, there might be a little bit of scar tissue. I had mine taken out ways back, but I'm ready for this one now. So.
Just like looks you in the eye for a few seconds and like turns her head, pulling back the white hair, and it is just a massive scars from about the temple down to the neck.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, Union doesn't like losing its property, so did a little cutting out myself. Anyways, and like she'll come over, like again, just grabbing your face. Absolutely no respect for personal boundaries, as at one point like pulling you so close that your faces are maybe an inch apart.
Kiss.
Just like looking,
So jealous.
inspecting the scars and inspecting her canvas basically. Yeah, no problem. Probably don't want to do it today, but why don't you say when I finish the leg, why don't you come back and we'll take care of it then?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. You too? Shouldn't you two need anything?
Oh, I'm just hanging out. I got a bunch of boring old human parts. Nothing
can fix
necessarily
I mean,
anything interesting.
I mean, you give me a few moments, I'll chop one of those arms right off, give you a nice mechanical one. It's a joke. I'm
Tempted.
kidding.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No,
Now, Jerry'd have my ass if I went around cutting people up.
Right.
But if you lost
No.
it in battle or something, I mean,
I know who to come to.
there you go.
Very cool. All right.
Yeah, what about you? Need any work done?
Oh, no, but I could use some company for dinner if you're not busy.
Get in line, friend. Get in line.
Oh, I hate lines. How about spelunking?
Do you have a charm trigger?
I don't know, but we can find out.
Let's see here. What narrative? I mean, it's not to the letter of what the ability does, but you were technically trying to take someone out.
I'll fucking roll that, sure.
Yeah.
Don't suck for once in your friggin' life.
A
There we go.
19. I know a few spots that no one's really touched yet. Yeah, you know what? I'll make a deal with you. I'll take you sig diving. You prove that you're anything but useless at it. Maybe I'll let you take me to dinner.
Oh, absolutely. We'll find all the spots.
Good. Now, if you don't mind, you get the fuck out of my shop so I can get back to work fixing that piece of shit over there.
What are you working on?
So I, like, goes over and just, like, again, hooks it with her foot and kind of, like, kicks it so it slides back across the floor, almost to all of you. It kind of looks like an NHP casket, but like a heavily armored one. Someone found this thing last sig dive mission and couldn't open it. Trying to get inside it and offered me a decent sum to do so. So here we are. But the fucking thing is sealed tight.
Does it look
Nice.
Union?
It doesn't. It looks Harrison Armory.
Mm.
Ooh, the freaking armory. Well, I'd be game to give you a hand if you want, but the last time I cracked one of these open was with a heavy machine gun, so...
Nah, I'll figure it out. I always do.
Sometimes they have an emergency switch.
You'd think. But, whoever sealed this thing up didn't want it opened. Anyways, that's my problem. I'll let you know about that leg. We'll get you in here all fixed up.
Kaya's just like staring very concerned at this box and then what she just said. And so she has to like shake herself out of it and it's like, yes, you get me a leg while you unlock Pandora's box. Sounds great.
And I don't think it has a name, but yeah, Pandora's a pretty good one.
You can keep it. Use it for it.
Yeah, I will.
Garb's kicking himself for not using Pandora's box.
Hey, Moira, jot that down.
Do we see a Moira?
NHP. Kind of shy. Doesn't really like strangers.
Oh my god, mine either. They should have a play date. Help each other socialize a bit. Again, jokingly, but also kind of serious.
Those of you with your subjectivities, which I think is just Kaya at the moment, there would be some movement kind of on the upper ceiling, just in the darker areas of the room. Not quite in real space, not quite in the Omni niche, this in-between, kind of the same place that Nyx likes to be. but it is just a mass of arachnid limbs. Way too many.
I'm ready for a drink.
Yeah. Garm is so glad he can't see that.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
It's so cool.
So cool.
Thank you so much, Kraken. Moira does like a little salute in the general direction of the spider creature.
Garm gives her a
Scurries
little
off.
wink as he walks out the door.
You would get a smile and an eye roll. But
That's a pretty productive day.
we're
Yeah, I've
actually
never seen you.
about
That's amazing.
time for break, which goes so quickly. Time absolutely flies. So why don't we jump to about an 8 to 10 minute break, give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do, and we'll come back in just a few with the rest of this game. We'll see you soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Where we left off, we had met a small handful of NPCs. Al Barton, a xenobiologist and part-time sig diver, as well as an individual named Kraken, a slender, pure white-haired young woman, very, very talented in the art of cybernetics and prosthetics. And this music is too somber for a house party.
Proud to say if we're about to get worse.
Ooh, no, that's too much. There we go. So, to cap off our day of downtime, you have some bottles of very old Crichton's brand whiskey. I feel like this constitutes as get a damn drink.
Hell yeah.
So, as we kick off this little soiree of ours, I need everyone to make a skill check. If you have a trigger that you're trying to apply, like charm, or stay cool, or whatever your true intention is for tonight, you can roll with that.
Staying cool.
I got one that says get shit faced.
16. Absolute success. An 8. Not so much.
Zoe's
don't-
a
I'll try to
little
stay cool, I guess.
preoccupied right now.
Oh.
Mentally.
Oof.
A natural
No.
1.
That's a-
Oh no.
Did that.
No.
Highs and lows. Highs and lows. I fixed my dies though. You can see them now.
And a natural
Right.
20.
Never in
Nice.
combat, though. Never
Marl
in
and Gorham
combat.
are just chilling. Straight up.
We're fucking old pros at this shit.
Yeah.
Anything, Hoop.
I'm like a little preoccupied. Kaya's like sitting in the corner just thinking about like a billion things quietly with a cup of whiskey.
About an 8-foot tall, dark drink of water.
That's one of the many things. There's a list. And she can't figure out which one to think about first.
Oh, why is my thing not picking? There we go. My mic was just not picking up at all at that point. I don't have anything.
Just a d20.
Because all of my things are just being an asshole. I think that's a little funny.
A 9.
Solid. Solid.
For Kaya and Min. It's really up to you whether or not you had a good time. Either way, both of you are waking up the next day with only one of these three things.
Again.
Your dignity, your possessions, or your memory.
We're at home though, right?
Yep.
Where would our possessions go?
I mean, if you decided
The
to,
ADD sinkhole.
go out into the street and have a race, or go look for someone to fight, or you invited some strangers in, and one of them just pickpocketed it and left.
Why-
Entirely up to you.
Memories.
Keep in your memories.
Maybe Marl and Garm hid your shit on you while you were blasted.
I just need to know why I failed.
You rolled a 9.
Gotta have a 10.
Solid average.
Which one stayed intact after your night of drinking some very fine, very old whiskey that probably hits a lot harder than you were anticipating?
What if I didn't drink?
Well, then you would have no need to roll.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah,
shit's
I
been
didn't.
aging for like 200
Okay.
years.
Yeah, I don't think I drank.
Well, then you absolutely have no need
I'm
to
still
roll.
traumatized from the last time. Yeah.
Kaya will be drinking after check because, like, there's like I said, there's a list. I think the booze is helping, but there are conversations that need to be had,
Sure.
and she does not need to forget those.
I would just say, Min, you do feel like it's as if there's kind of been this hunger pain that you've just really been ignoring for a very long time. That hunger pain does seem to have subsided.
It's, great.
Since you were not drinking, what would you like to be doing all evening?
Who's in our house?
Other than the 5 of you, I believe Al has been invited. You can invite Calamity. I believe Calamity's friend that Marl took a liking to the other night. You were certainly welcome to invite them.
Oh yeah.
Really, anyone. You could just go out into the street and just grab people.
I think it's very like wallflower-y type night
There
of
is no room
listening.
for a wallflower.
Hey, well, that's not this.
Hey.
That's not this one.
Lancer jokes.
That's you got me. I think it's like very much like observation. We've done a lot of meeting people in the last few days, and no offense to them or anything, but at this point, the experiences Min has had on this hellhole of Hell's Gate have been less than ideal, and none of this started happening until she was here. So I think there's a little bit of paranoia, especially after that incident at Sig Diving today and just that whole cascading. I think she's a little twitchy, more so than usual. Now it's not only pulled into herself and antisocial, but also like on edge. And everyone and everything she is trying to pay attention to, listening in on conversations, I think.
Okay.
For anything that sounds suspicious or strange.
For as high as your guard is, everyone here is just having fun.
Expected so.
Kaya, you said you, before drinking, wanted to have a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, probably while drinking lots as well. But we'll go to Min first.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe like while the party's already kind of getting going, everyone's a little like already distracted and in the groove. We'll kind of just come up and
Marl
lean
Garm
up to
both have their
sulking Min.
guitars out.
Yes. Yeah, we'll just kind of lean up, holding her drink still, and it's just like, what curled up your ass? Say that again, but I didn't pick it up.
Oh, why is it? Anyways, nothing.
I know that look. There's something.
There's a lot of things. Okay. Fair. I would not know where to start on any of them. It's just since we've gotten here, there's just been a lot of weird stuff going on, which you've probably noticed. I don't think there's any need to worry. Ever since we got off of Port Conroy, it's just, been a whole processing ordeal for all of us, I think.
Kind of looks around at everybody. Oh. Everybody has the skeletons in their closet and the things they're dealing with, but really the only thing super odd here seems to be how happy everyone is that lives here. So I'm starting to think maybe the problem you're having is internal, or kind of taps to the implant that she has. Like, oh.
Trouble at home? Is that what you're implying?
That's a good analogy, yes.
When is there never trouble at home? Is always a problem with him. He's just been just been really aggravating recently. And it's been taxing.
Is he still being secretive about what he knows and the bomb he's probably going to drop on us without us realizing?
Yeah. Very secretive. About more than what I thought. There are definitely more secrets out there that he is not sharing details on. But how are you and Nyx? How's that going for you? Speaking of new buddies.
They're a NHP of very few words, but coming around. Quite helpful. Quite tall. Very tall. Very, very tall. They could probably pick me up if they're a physical person. Anyway.
Oh, okay, sure. Seems like you two are getting along then.
I mean, like I said, they've been helpful. I was a bit reluctant to let them be more helpful during fighting with that elite speech douchebag, but they've proved themselves to, at least for now, seem to be level-headed and very devoted to me, which is quite odd.
You did save them, so I don't think it's too odd. Kind of probably better for them in the long run.
It's just, I guess, something I'm not quite used to. Usually, people want to be at arm's length away, and actively working against me in my past, so.
If it makes you... Actually, I don't think that would make you feel any better at all to say that I trusted Apophis with all of my being until just recently, considering I've been alive for a long period of time so far and never once doubted him seriously.
Yes. That's a bit of what has me on edge. I want to trust Nyx. I'm doing so as much as I possibly can, but I'm just worried at what sort of... It sounds like we're talking about children, of what sort of impact Apophis is going to have on my sweet baby. But really, whatever influence they might have. Which, by the way, I have a laundry list of things to talk to you about, but Penny apparently sneaks out and about and goes exploring away from us frequently. Where do they go? I mean, I know Apophis goes and, I don't know, takes over people's brains and shit while they're gone, or whatever they did with Dr. Vargas and bitch Talon woman. What?
Kind of thought it was a normal thing that NHPs did. That they have access to an entire internet, omninet base. Why stay in one place, right? It's kind of like the benefit of having them is that they can do research and get places we can't when we need them to.
I suppose. I don't know.
That is
Feels
something
odd.
I never expected Penny to do, but maybe it's just research. She's back after, some time away from Zoe. Maybe they have a lot of catching up to do.
Did you miss
like
the
you said-
cookies?
Yeah, that is true. But like you said, everyone's got skeletons in their closet, and maybe hard to think about, actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, but maybe Zoe has some too.
I doubt it's anything too serious. I'm sure she's looking for flour. Anyway, speaking of NHPs going on missions, as part of trusting Nyx more and more, I did send them on a bit of a mission when we were spelunking. I'm just so curious about this station and how it's just been so self-sufficient with so little management. Poor Jerry. And I wanted to just know more of what the Union had going on out here. I'm just curious of what all this is. And if we're being honest, all of it is purely to absolutely smash that motherfucker who has all the food. That's it, really. I have a very big vendetta all of a sudden against them. But didn't find anything too useful on that front. Instead, I maybe Nyx found a... Do you want more problems? Or should I keep this to myself for a bit? You've got a lot going on. I probably should have asked that first. I'm sorry, I'm very out of practice of this whole therapy thing, and I forget to ask that people's willingness to accept more.
Is this a problem that is going to impact us soon?
Hopefully
'Cause
not.
then yes. Just tell me. Kaya, just tell me.
Okay.
You've already started it. You opened the box.
That's another thing I gotta worry about. Anyway, there was an escape pod of sorts, I believe. That's what it was, right? An escape pod? That seemed to have crash landed on the station long time ago, because the recording that Nyx was able to get off of it was you and I before you and I are who we are now.
There's definitely a long pause here, and
This is when the drinking starts.
honestly, there is for a split second, flash of absolute terror behind Min's eyes, and it is gone in a millisecond. It is gone in a millisecond, because why would a pod crash land here for all reasons about us before we were us? Why is it here? What is it doing? Why does it have audio and recordings of us? And then it's gone behind her eyes, and she is no longer masking 100% again. That is a mystery, Kaya, that I think actually is a probably pretty important thing we should solve right away.
You want to hear it? I have no recollection of this. Maybe you will.
Yeah, I think I should hear it.
I'll page Nyx, have them play it for her.
Paging Dr. Nyx.
Yeah.
Who just materializes looming over Kaya from behind.
I could just feel it. I just give Min that look see?
Y'all, we got
See?
stands. Stand.
Should maybe
Start
sit down
platinum
or
over
kneel or
here.
something.
Do you have very many concrete memories from Caitlin?
I have 4 crimes.
Mm-hmm.
I have many instances of war crime memories. I kind of want to roll, actually,
Sure, absolutely.
to see how much up until a certain point I remember. How did you do it?
I just did a d20.
Okay. No, that's a 3, man.
Jesus.
That's a 3.
Fuck.
Yeah. No
dice are telling a story.
recollection of what this mission was, what exactly information you were trying to scrub. Nothing. But if you actually get to the ship, there might actually be a physical drive with more information.
That's kind of my idea. There might be more on this actual ship.
Black box,
Flame.
yeah.
Yes, my box of sorts. And the thing is, where it is like a day of trekking through that hell to get there. What is the possibility of like skywalking down here, or spacewalking out here? I don't know if that'd be
Personally,
better.
I don't know, but I feel that the many attendees of this house party we've thrown might have some kind of idea of a way to get to the ship, maybe?
You can ask Al, I suppose. See if they know any other quick ways to get to the hundreds of miles of abandoned station. Hundreds.
Out of curiosity, Kaya, just, the what if scenarios and do you think anyone's looking for that ship? Anyone else?
I feel like there might be someone who maybe found it interesting or would find it interesting, but this seems to be a place where secrets go to die. So hopefully, for at least the time being, they've lost interest or they're long dead. But that is just me being an optimist.
No, it's definitely the more logical answer.
It is odd that we found it there. And a lot of people here are hiding from the Union in one way or one iteration or another. So, I'm sure that's not the only secret down there.
Or someone else does, regardless of whether someone's looking for it.
That was my thought. I just hate those crabs.
Not too bad if you ignore them.
But what if there's more? Anyway. Woo! More problems. You're welcome. But at
It
least I
answers
found
some
an arm.
questions and answers some and starts others, but thought you were going to tell me something much worse. Thanks.
I don't think I have anything much worse yet. Yet. Finishes the first class.
Nix is still just kind of like staring down at the two of you.
Just gonna turn around and look back up. You didn't happen to find a black box and are gonna save us a day's worth of trekking through sludge, did you?
I have no means of physically interacting with the wreckage.
Yeah, I guess that is the whole thing with the black box, huh? It doesn't really put out much of a signal. It's all
It would be
internal.
meant to be separate from the OmniNet, yes.
Nix, what do you think about making friend?
It is a very human thing to do.
Yes. I guess what would be your Not a shorthand I can't really use with you because you are very literal. It's very fun. Your preference towards interacting with another NHP who seems to have similar proclivities as you on a shared project with me, hopefully.
If you need my assistance, I will help you.
I'm just gotta look back at Min. Do the thing again, like, see? Wonderful. Wonderful. That's a tomorrow problem. Hopefully. Hopefully a tomorrow problem. Actually, I can make a call real quick. And I'll just kind of scurry off. And yeah, I'm gonna call Kraken.
Yeah. You would get no answer for a little bit, depending on how long you continue to try to connect.
Yeah, nothing better to
We
do.
got booze.
Yup.
Eventually. Fucking hell, what?
Hello, remember me? You're making me a leg. It's Gaia.
Yeah, what time is it?
That I don't know. My system's a little whack after a very long hypersleep and then being here where there's no sun. But hey, what say you join, and I'll list the people that she probably knows, and the few of us that were in today for a very expensive, free to you drink of whiskey. A little bit of a break. Get out of the fumes and the metal and the eye trauma you are going to have if you do not already. You should wear masks.
Cybernetic
Right.
eyes.
Oh,
Fine.
wonderful.
Yeah, I guess I'm not sleeping tonight anyways. Fuck it.
I have stems and breadsticks to follow up this whiskey.
You have a stick made of bread?
Oh, very few left, but I will give you one of them.
Yeah, alright. You're like clattering as tools are physically just like thrown to the ground.
I'll just send the address. I'll just gotta look over it next to like booze stops hyperfixation. That's for sure.
I understand. Anything else? Well, while we were waiting for Kraken.
I'll just walk by Garm and be like, "You're welcome," and then just keep going.
Cracking into that tonight.
Anyone else? Anything you'd like to do at the top of the evening, or I suppose we could go down the line of roles, which Zoe, looks like you also did not roll a 10. So, same question to you. Which of those three did you want to survive the night?
I'd like to remember.
So your dignity and possessions, at least some of your possessions, are gone. Anything at the top of this evening that you'd like to do? Any conversations to have, or is this just blowing off steam?
I think that she's gonna like try and kind of have fun, but she just isn't able to do like let go
Mm-hmm.
for the moment. I think she'll kind of like sneak off to her room and like just call up Penny, see what Penny's doing.
Could you roll a d20 for me?
Okay. God.
Yeah, on par with today's rolls, with a 2. Yeah, it would take a moment or two, but then again you hear that almost like omnipresent voice kind of just fill the room. What's going on? Is the party going all right? Do you need snacks? I could probably get some snacks.
No, I don't think we need snacks. You've been making sure that we're safe, right?
More than anything else.
Okay. Because I know that they... Look what happened on the beach. I'm scared that people are gonna figure it out. And
This is a place where anonymity reigns supreme. No one here is looking for anyone, and 90% of the people around us are in hiding anyways.
I want to know where she is, and I don't know how to find her.
I'm always keeping my ears out.
Is there anything?
Nothing but rumors right now, but I am trying to track anything down.
Okay. Are Mom and Dad doing okay?
Yeah, they're they're getting up there, but yeah, they're all right.
I'm never gonna get to see them again, am I?
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah, it'll work out. Right?
We will get by together. I promise.
There's just weird occurrences going on, and I really like this group, and like it's like I've found another place, and usually when we get comfortable, then we have to run.
Well, the good news is that I don't think they would let you run.
Yeah. Okay, well, please be careful, Penny.
I am the most careful.
She's gonna kind of like slouch and like go over to a corner of the room where she's like has kept all of her mementos, and she kind of puts in a secret little code, and there's like a little bottom like false shelf in it, and she kind of looks inside, and she's got a few little of these little discs, and she kind of like takes a minute and thinks about it of whether to play one or not, and then she just kind of shakes her head and then just puts them away.
You can definitely feel Penny just kind of digitally in the room with you, not physically, but is just just a step back, just waiting. She's tough, tough as they get.
Yeah. She didn't get caught by them, right? You tell me that, right?
Oh, I would absolutely tell you.
Okay. I guess I'll go back out there. If I'm gone too long, they're gonna get suspicious anyways, so.
They do tend to do that. It's frustrating when people are worried about you and care for you.
Yeah.
Go on. Get out there.
She kind of like begrudgingly like leaves, kind of looking at that lockbox, just and shuts the door.
Once again, I want to pan out just a little, breaking through the fourth wall, where you would see that bright, smiling face of Penny, kind of watching you step out. And when you're out of the room, it would glitch, and as if an illusion is being cleared. The space that Penny has curated is covered in scratches, as if she's been clawing at the walls and the floors. She is disheveled. If she had a human face or human features, she would have bags under her eyes. But she is in a almost nightmare state.
What the fuck?
So well timed with the music cut. Yeah, but what the fuck?
Over to Marl or Garm.
Okay.
Hate this fucking family.
Which one of you rolled higher? Marl got a 16. Garm with the 19. No, Garm with the
22.
22. So yeah, Marl
Yes.
with a 16. You get to gain 1 and lose 1. A good reputation. A new friend or connection. A useful item or piece of information. Or a convenient opportunity.
Okay, what was the first one again?
A good reputation.
Yeah, losing my reputation.
Me too.
Yeah, right. Do I want the invitation or opportunity? I think I want to. I want the information.
Sure. Do you have an idea of what you want information on?
No, not necessarily. Actually, yeah, I want the convenient opportunity.
Sure. Did you have one in mind?
Not at the top of the evening, but later in the evening, I want to get a chance to talk to Garm.
Yeah, I don't think that would be hard at all.
Jason, you're muted if you're talking.
I said he will literally drop everything.
Probably a pretty easy thing to obtain, but nonetheless.
I mean, if I can offer you one,
Ooh, yes.
I think amidst the people that you're talking to,
Mm-hmm.
these people, a lot of people in this room, especially once Kraken gets there, they know people throughout the station. They know vendors, they know mechanics, engineers, and you probably catch word of someone that could maybe get you some very specialized, very rare ammunition.
100%. I will take that. 100%. Yes, please.
You're
Thank
speaking
you.
moral.
Thank you.
And yeah, in the moments you're probably looking, you'd find Garm ready to drop everything and turn to talk to you.
Hey, this is probably like several drinks in at this point. The night has been going on for some time. I've worn myself out a little bit with dancing, probably making a little bit of a fool of myself, trying to be the life of the party. After some time, when things quiet down a little bit, I'll kind of nudge over. You want to take a walk? and get some of that beautiful, fresh Hell's Gate air.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Walk. Let's go outside. Let's just. I'm gonna grab a bottle. If there's any left, if there's any remnants of whiskey left, just kind of snatch it up and take it with me.
If there's not, half the people here probably need to worry about alcohol poisoning.
Okay. So grab whatever
I figure,
alcohol is
like,
closest to me.
There were
Garmin and
12,
Marl are probably a bottle in each.
like 12 bottles. Fairly
Yeah,
large,
right.
fairly strong alcohol.
Mhm. So begin to kind of wander I'm assuming like a weird tacky hotel hallways, and then make my way outside in the early hours of the morning. Take a deep breath. So we haven't had a night like this in a while. Just a night off, day off, just some time to just be us. How are you doing? How are you?
I'm doing okay, I guess. Got some things wearing on me, but
Yeah,
nothing
what
I can't handle.
kind of things are wearing on you?
Things from my past. Something I
Uh-huh.
thought was wrapped up, but might not be. And honestly, you a little bit.
Me.
Yeah.
Me. Okay. What about
Something's eating at you, Marl. I don't know what it is. I think I might know what it is, but
what do you think it is?
well, I mean, it's tied. I think it's tied to. I think it's the reason why you don't want me to cover you anymore. I think it's what happened on Duskgrave. Virga's lab.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was out of position, Marl, and I wasn't there when you needed me, and I don't. It feels like you can't trust me to. Feels like you can't trust me to watch your back. And I'm sorry about that, but
Stop.
if you think that
Stop. Don't apologize. I think you and I should have a talk about that particular incident, because I think you're not really understanding, and I think that I may have been a little bit selfish in giving myself an opportunity that I'm not giving to you. So maybe it's I didn't want to tell you, okay? And I'm just gonna lay that out right now. I didn't want to tell you. I'm sure that makes me a horrible friend, and after everything that we've been through together, I couldn't say it. And then I was thinking a lot. I was thinking so much, and then I was like, it's not fair for me to process something and not give you that same opportunity. So I have to. And there's never going to be a good time to do it. So I may as well do it now. So.
What? Look, Marl, I've got your back, right?
Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna take out the little ball screen that he gave me that kind of plays that scene on the beach. can't accept this.
I mean, why?
Because I am not the intended recipient.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember who I made it for, Marl.
Okay.
was for
Okay.
you.
You need to hold this right now and just take it. And you need to sit down because this conversation is going to suck.
Okay.
You just
well,
sit down. Like just get on the curb thing there. It's going to make it easier.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
He sits down. His legs are very long, so it's gonna be kind of awkward.
Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. So I died. I didn't die. I'm fine. But like I died, you died for like me, your me died. Okay, this is not going well. Okay. I wish Apophis were here. Cause okay. You
Wait, 1 second, Morrow. I pour you another drink. I pour myself another drink. Take a breath. Take a shot. And then hit me with it.
when you were in that fight,
Yeah.
the Marl that
Yeah.
you knew died. And in another reality, I was in the same fight. And all of you died. And Apophis went into my reality, grabbed me, and put me in this one.
Okay, hold on.
I know. And just I didn't even know until the night before cryo, and he told me and he showed me what happened.
That explains the blip in your readings. He was in there fucking around.
Ever since we woke up.
Oh, it's fucking.
Stop. It's ever since we woke up. I have been.
Humor me, Morrow.
What?
How did we meet?
I'll start reciting the story about the ship. The details I can't remember on the top of my head. The snowy planet, the ship, the cargo. There were pirates, I think. And I'll start going into the story that I know.
Mm-hmm. And he listens and he nods. And he points back towards where our rooms are. What happened when we met these chuckleheads?
We played some music that some of them didn't really like very much.
They never had much taste, did they? Tell me about the first time we kissed.
We were drunk. We had just come home from the bar with that weird jukebox that I was trying to steal. Because for some reason I thought I could pocket a jukebox on the way back. And then when we got up the stairs and back to the room, I was just being really upset that I couldn't hear that song again, and you started singing it, and I just wrapped my arms around you, and it just happened.
So, I don't know what you're worried about, because you sound like my Marl to me.
But it's different.
Is it?
I
What are we talking about? 8 hours memories that are different? We've lost more time than that drinking, Morrow.
It just feels like I shouldn't be here. Like, I got
I
ripped
love you
out
to
of
death,
the
Morrow, but I
home.
will slap that bullshit right out of your mouth. Here. Look, if I have to mourn Morrow, and you have to mourn Garm, let's drink to Marl and Garm. But then let's celebrate the miracle we've been given as a second chance.
Why are you taking this so well?
Because when I thought I'd lost you, all hell was breaking loose. The whole friggin' place was coming in on itself. Zoe was bleeding out, and you know how fucking slow my goddamn mechs are. I didn't think I could get her out. And I was just gonna stay. But Kaya wouldn't let me. And quite honestly, I don't want to be in a world that you're not in. Because I don't think you understand what you really mean to me.
When it happened for me, you were protecting me. You had shielded me. You had used all of you to stop anything from happening to me. I love you.
I love you too, Morrow. I know I don't say it, but it's because the word is too small.
I thought you would take this a lot worse.
I've lost a lot in my life, Morrow. I don't intend to lose you.
I'm still adjusting to all this, and I don't think I've taken it as well as you have.
Well,
I'm gonna need some time before I tell the others. I
look,
just
I'm
didn't
not
think
going
it
to
was
say anything.
after everything we've been through. I just didn't think it was fair to keep it from you any longer.
I'm glad you told me about it. So he pours another drink. He said, "Here's to Marl and Garm." He holds it up. He drinks it.
Tomorrow on Garm.
And here's to us. He pours another one.
To us.
To miracles.
Miracle.
And he just pulls her in. Big hug.
Yeah, I'll probably just stay kind of in an embrace for several moments at least before I eventually relent and then mutter we should probably make another appearance before the night is over.
I mean, probably. Or we could hang out here and let him give him something to talk about.
Or we could stay out here. This night is nice, and this place isn't so bad.
No. It's a little dull, but it has its charms.
It's growing on me.
But I'm going to be honest with you, Morrow. I'd be happy in hell if you were there.
I'm still wrapping my head around everything, but I'm glad I still get to be beside you. Gonna like nestle in beside him, probably sit down and just watch the night happen before us.
Seeing all the people coming out for their night shift, seeing the station just breathing its own life. And it just kind of happens past you. You could just sit and enjoy the moment.
That's all I think we're gonna do.
Well, Garm, you did roll a natural 20. So you get to choose from 2 of those things. A good reputation, a friend or connection, a useful item or piece of information, or a convenient opportunity.
I'll take the friend or connection.
Mm-hmm.
And we already have a nuke, so I'll take the I'll take the convenient opportunity.
Sure.
I don't give a shit about my reputation.
Well, if you roll 20 or higher, you just get to choose 2. You don't lose anything.
Yeah, I'll take those 2, the
Sure.
convenient opportunity and the connection.
If you don't have anything in mind for them, I'm happy to
No, I
just
don't.
kind of store them in your back pocket and just pull them out. Like when, oh hey, I have an opportunity, let's use it here.
Yeah, that works for me.
All right.
Because as far as Garm's concerned, that party's not happening anymore. The party is where he's at.
Party's out here.
Yeah. Those posers can do whatever they want.
Yeah. Any other conversations that need to be had? Anything any of you would like to do? Okay.
No.
I think Marl and I are just sitting on the curb singing.
Chillin'.
Yeah, I think there's probably like one shot of Kaya who's losing her dignity standing on the table seeing Buddy Holly to Min who's just pissed in the
Yes.
corner sober.
Oh my god. Like
You
not
know, it'd be
again.
awesome
This
is
has
if she
every
if Kaya
time.
pulled off her like prosthetic leg and was singing into it like it was a mic.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
the microphone.
god.
Absolutely.
Truly, that is a loss of dignity.
Yes.
And now when I get my leg, there's gonna be a microphone built in because what's her face is there to see
Yeah.
this.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have a megaphone in my leg.
All right. Then the evening passes. Your various states of drunkenness would eventually force most of you to either pass out or, if you're not drinking, your own human mortality would cause you to need to get some sleep.
Am I human anymore, Hoop?
More or less. You have a human body.
Like, you were alluding to something way more suspicious
You have a
than
human
I thought.
body.
Okay.
It's your brain that's special.
Oh, you have a special brain. Is that a compliment or is that a dig?
Not when my family says it.
Well,
Your special brain.
look with your special eyes.
No, special brain.
The
My brand.
next day, whenever it is that you all wake up, you would be greeted with a message from Shelley, letting you know that while the printer is not fully functional, that they do have a very interesting proposal for you all.
I think the things that I've lost are all the breadsticks are gone, and I wake up, I'm like, no.
No.
We
Everyone's
don't
gonna be
have any
hungover
more
now.
flour.
Not enough garlic on this whole friggin' station.
God damn it. Please say there's still coffee.
Yeah,
So
Carm's already up and making it, so.
Are we working? Is this the thing we're doing now? We're gonna go see what Chili's on about. So
Working.
so early.
You mentioned something about someone who does body mod, right?
Yeah, that was Kraken, right?
No, wasn't there someone else?
Michaela.
Like a mechanic.
Michaela.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh,
We should
like
check
mech
them
body.
out.
Yes,
Yeah.
one does human body, one does mech
We
body.
should check that out at some point. But yeah, we could get to work. Another mission wouldn't be so bad.
I've got an idea for a new mech Marl if you want to help me spec it out.
Yeah, totally.
Without at all waiting for any kind of acceptance or acknowledgement that where they might be crossing some employee-employer boundaries, Shelley's holographic image would appear like partially in the table, since this is not the original configuration of the furniture, but her, multi-armed business suit self just stands there very tall and proud. Good
Oh,
morning.
good. We don't have to come to you. Good morning.
Yes, well, it is a little later than we anticipated that you would all be awake, so I figured let's just save some time. Well, we found something. We dug through the information you got from that listening post, and well, I have to admit I don't exactly know what it is. It's
What do you mean?
like she'd kind of turn and there'd just be this display of space that would zoom in not too far from here. As you can see, the various planets and moons and stations, these are all as we would expect them to be. And then zooms in on the furthest planet in the system. You'd all see the name Chameleon pop up. This is Chameleon. There's not much there to note. In fact, I don't know that it was ever even fully explored. But, and she points towards the moon that is currently orbiting it. That is not supposed to be there.
It doesn't have a moon?
It does, and then points to another chunk of space. That's right there.
So a moon just popped up.
Well, the signature analysis suggests some sort of spacefaring vessel. Likely a Union
Size of a
capital
moon?
ship. The debris trail behind it, though, is so small and scattered, it just makes no sense how it could get there. I can't for sure say with any certainty what it is, but if I had to guess, I would guess this is a Harrison Armory colony ship.
Oh, Lord.
Yet.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
And what exactly do you want us to do in this situation?
Well, the message that you intercepted was going to Andros Capella, leader of the Hellhounds, who seems to be desperate to get to this thing, whatever it is. And if he wants it, he absolutely can't have it. It cannot be good for the people here.
So we need to get there first, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Get
what
to
you're
the
saying
Hellhounds or
is
get to this moon-sized colony?
Get to this ship, find out what's there, why they want it, and if there's really something dangerous there, remove it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this
Saracen
not like
Armory, it's
filled with
guaranteed.
citizens going to colonize? Like,
No,
are there just civilians all over
we
this?
are getting no life signs from it. It's as if it's been there for eons, just rotting away, but these signals are new. I don't understand it.
so if we're racing there, we're gonna need something really fast.
That brings me to point number 2.
Uh-huh.
And like gestures to the other side of her where you see the 3D diagram of a personal spaceship designed to fit all of you and your mechs that just kind of starts rotating above the table. This is the Dragon Tooth. It is a... And then there is this kind of like sound. Fine. Siren, why don't you take it from here? And Shelley's visage would disappear and is replaced by a very militaristic looking figure, an NHP that was clearly designed to be a soldier. Do you see like a common like Union style beret, an earpiece, like old like bomber jacket like from Earth times style, very much like World War II pilot.
Hot.
Thank you.
You
Stand
never
down,
met an
soldiers.
NHP.
I will take it from here. I am the
Uh-huh.
pilot of the Dragon's Tooth. Your new ride to whatever the hell that thing is.
Fun.
Any of you that are versed in NHPs would recognize an Alcanost class NHP, originally employed by Setcom. I have a flawless track record with this beautiful, beautiful piece of machinery, and I anticipate that none of you will do anything to mar that. As long as we're on the same page, I think we'll get along just great. Any questions for me?
Yeah. How fast does it go?
Like, you could tell that she kind of looks over to where Shelley would be in an, OmniNet space. As fast as we are legally allowed to traverse through space in the Calliope system.
Right. Of course. But this is a space race, right?
I'll get you there
In
as
parsecs.
quick as I can. In one piece, of course.
Of course.
So are we looking at a twin fusion drive system single? What do we got? What are we clocking on this thing?
The 3D image like zooms in on the two engine compartments and you're seeing dual reactors, one on each side.
Nice.
Now,
Quad reactor.
Siren,
What you want about Seccom? They knew how to build them.
Siren, pilots, keep in mind that this is a loan. We do anticipate that this comes back to us in one piece.
No
That just
promises.
actually bring me to a point I've been meaning to ask. We're doing all of these things. Wonderful. We got the printer. We get to use it. We got food. We get to eat it. When do we get a ship? Or someone who can help us get off of this place eventually? Not that we don't love being here and helping. I think some of us have grown fonder than others have, but I don't want us to keep just being hamsters on a wheel with no sort of carrot, you know?
The more that you can prove yourself here, the more that I am able to plead your case with our friends over on the Icebreaker. They have connections that extend far beyond Calliope and can get you what you need.
You can understand how the more you do something is a little concerning. I'm someone that works in quantifying numbers or options. Just saying more doesn't give much hope.
I am pitching the best case that I can for you. An unknown in a city, in a station, in a entire corner of the galaxy where there are infinite people looking for the same opportunity you are. I need to prove that you are worth the investment.
I think taking down the hellhounds in this ship seems like enough of a case, yes?
That will skyrocket you to the top of the list.
Don't forget that
Okay.
dipshit out on that listening post.
Mm.
He's been added to your resume.
And I have plans for that
Incredible.
slumlord on the food. But fine.
Shelley's presence is kind of again like forced back as the visage of Siren reappears. Right. Yes. But what's important right now is that I get you to the mission in one piece, and we lay the hurt down on these hellhounds.
Excellent. Now, this baby can go the speed limit, no problem. But if we're talking about a race here, we need to break that limit a few times. That can be overlooked, right?
I will get you there as fast as possible. Don't you
I just lean over to Marl. Don't snitch on her in front of the boss.
All right, Marines. Get yourselves combat ready. I'll have the dragon tooth pulled out of decommission, and we'll get you on the way. Just snaps to an immediate crisp salute.
You get me and Marl in that engine room, we'll have it done in half the time.
And both Siren and Shelley will disappear.
All right, guys. Looks like we got ourselves a race. Oh, come on,
been a
guys.
while
A
since I
race.
bloodied
We
the
are
armorer's
racing
nose.
in space. Just pretend you're a little enthusiastic.
Oh, I'm
Seems like a
fucking stoked.
decent enough way to blow off some
Hmm?
steam.
I'm just saying, I like to live my life a quarter mile at a time. I have a need and a need for speed. We got to get in that thing. We're just going to go straight there.
Even
Fist
with
bump, hey.
the speed that the dragon's tooth can fly at, it is still going to take about 2 weeks to get there.
Oh,
That's fine.
This is the
We got
furthest
booze,
planet
we got
from
cards.
you on the edge of the system.
Leave. What if we just left? Like,
That does not have the capability to fly out of the system and would be torn to shreds if you tried to jump into, warp drive.
okay. As much as Marl is enthused about this, Min does not look enthused at all. And whatever chairs were there, I don't know what they were made of. Hopefully metal, but the metal arm that was gripping the back of one of them has now dented the back of the chair from the tight grip at the mention of Harrison Armory, unknown ship. Because that's not fun for anybody here. Nobody likes that.
Yeah.
She doesn't like that. She looks a little pale.
I am pretty sure some version, one of Garm's false identities is probably wanted by Harrison Armory.
well, I guess this means we need to pack our bags, grab some snacks, and get ready for a trip. Any last minute needs, I guess?
Yes. Does
Met.
anybody need me to go out and get snacks? She's just gonna put her hand
Yes.
on her hip. She's going to give Kaya the look of, and then like slightly show the OmniNet thing, because Penny really doesn't want her to get this. So she's trying to slyly get out of there and get it connected.
Honestly, yes. I think maybe you should make a list. I'll head on out with you because I do have a couple of stops I need to make. Maybe if y'all want to talk to that Michaela before we leave, see if there's anything interesting they can provide for us for our mechs or this soon to be non-defunct ship. Y'all will know the jargon that I won't. Kind of looking to Garm and Marl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so.
If
We should
not,
all-
otherwise it'll be a month before we're back here.
Look,
We
you
should
get me and
all-
Marl in that engine room and we can double the speed on that goddamn thing.
I mean, we can, but I'm just saying, in true fashion of the street races of Old Cradle, we should all get like flames painted on the sides of our mat. What do you think? What do you think? It's like a group
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
guys. Space race. Why is no one excited about the
I'm
space
excited.
race? Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you.
I have a couple of to-dos and
Min,
then I'll
just
be
try.
go get 'em about it. I will be super excited. I do like the idea of the flames. I think that will go very well with my style.
Excellent.
Might keep them.
How long do you think it would take us to paint flames on the dragon tooth?
I would be very scared to see what
Sneaky.
Siren might do if you touch it, but they seemed
Yeah.
very intense.
We can get them on a rack. It'll be like a little.
We've got
reward.
like 70 NHPs. We got them outnumbered.
Yes, you're not wrong. Well, Zoe, let's go shopping.
Let's go shopping.
Other than going to visit Michaela, Omnidoc format error. Are there any stops that we need to specifically go over, or are we just kind of hand waving?
I mean, I don't know if Zoe like wants me to go with, but I am planning on going straight to Kraken as well because I want to.
Any mod one,
In
right?
2 weeks, we're gonna have a little conversation first.
Sure.
I do wanna now, since I am with the group again, see what mods I can get for my arm really quick.
Sure.
Zoe's just trying to sneak without Penny knowing that she's doing this. That is the only thing that she's going to get in a lot of trouble for doing this, probably. This was not on the list of okay things.
Mhm.
Who's the human here anyway, Zoe? Do what you gotta do.
You don't want to deal with a mad Penny, all right? I've learned my
Mhm.
lesson too many times.
I think like on the way there too, I don't know if like Zoe, if you have anything like you want to say about it or just kind of listen. Like I will just kind of mention, be like, it seems like you're keeping that on the DL. Next, did mention Penny making frequent in and out trips from our area. Just so you know.
Well, she was just finding ingredients for cookies and stuff. So that's probably why.
Yes, that's what I told Min. Whether
Um,
it's true or not,
Am I right there
I
too?
don't need to know.
With you
I'll
guys?
believe you kind of like leaning over, like maybe while we're
Oh, okay.
grabbing stuff. Like, yeah, specifically when she's kind of by herself, I just kind of mentioned it. She's like,
no, she just okay. The last time I had this, I may have gotten a little bit too deep into the OmniNet, and had to have it removed. So,
I see.
but I know boundaries now and will limit my time. So,
We need to limit Zoe's screen time.
Mhm.
Gotta have a
Parental
V
locks.
chip in there.
Min says boundaries. What are those?
Well, I have
Those
experience.
things you jump over,
in-
right?
Yep. I have experience in monitoring screen time. As Min's like kind of walking up, she's like, I can help keep an eye if you need.
The
Have your
door
back.
to Kraken's little corner shop is gone. As
A
just
rush.
like
Oh my
like
God.
ripped off the hinges
God.
and gone.
Russian.
How much of that whiskey did she drink?
oh no.
You would come in to see her, 5'4", 80-pound frame, just kind of standing there, hands on her hips, just staring at the room. Which, You've seen it before. It was trashed before, but that's the way that she liked it. Now it is trashed in such a way that she's furious.
I'm just gonna walk in and look around. Bendora's box is gone, isn't it?
Wait, what? Oh, the casket. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Who do you think did this?
I don't know. But when I find them, I am going to rip every single one of their bones out of their body, one at a time.
Can I try see the unseen
Yes, absolutely.
or whatever it is? Whatever my little
Tune
trigger's
to the
called.
world.
Attuned to whatever.
Careful, you've already cascaded once.
Let me cook. You're so right. I didn't actually. That's a funny thing. I didn't actually equate that those could possibly be related. But maybe that
Not a
is
one.
a 20. It's a 20.
What are you looking for?
Kind of like in that similar way that I was describing the eagle vision before. Kind of like a similar like basically OmniNet overlay of vision.
Mhm.
Of the room kind of thing, and then like any, like how in the game it's got like footprints or like highlighted paths or like
Something
it
is
has
just
the
blinking
labels that
yellow.
pop up. It's basically like a any signature left behind thing that would have been out of place, because this thing is like recognized patterns that are usually not recognized. What else does the trigger have that could possibly apply to here? Sneak a glimpse of the bigger picture, perceive hidden patterns, see a method in the madness. So basically, like anything out of place that I can be like, this chaos is not the normal chaos kind of pattern.
Mhm.
That could give us hints as to a direction to who did this.
I'm going to give you an answer that maybe is a little different than what you're expecting to find.
Sure.
You are staring at the room, trying to focus on anything, but finding that not only is everything just a little more blurry than you would expect it to be, but it's getting blurrier. It's hard to focus on anything. And then there's just the softest of touches along your back, with a finger that just kind of trails from shoulder to shoulder. Keep digging. You're so close.
To ask whose voice that was.
A voice that you've recently heard. One that had you strapped down to a table, holding a knife over you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That gives me so many answers, none of which I want to say out loud right now, because Min absolutely would have just like stumbled backwards, like literally. For Kaya and Zoe, this is not something. Maybe Kaya has seen it maybe once, but like Penny saw it when Min left that night, but Zoe did not. But this is like the startled look of like when you spook an animal, kind of like startled, and that pale shade that she was back in the briefing room office we were in has returned, and there's a moment of silence and just stunned terror before she actually says, I think I know who might have had a hand in this. But that's all I can say for now.
Okay.
No. Hey. Do you know who did this? I want to find them. I have bones to break.
No, you don't.
Look what they did to my shop.
Do you value your life?
Sometimes.
Do you want to rebuild your shop and keep doing whatever it is that makes you happy in this place? Do you
I don't
want
know what
to
kind
have
of
what you had
therapy is
before?
trying to happen right now. Just
There
point
is
me in
no
the direction.
therapy. I have no direction, and you don't want it when I do find it. But I'll tell you this now, if I do find the person who had a hand in this, I will be sure to give them the retribution that you want. But you do not want to find them.
Fine. She just kind of storms off, just like kicking pieces of scrap metal and tools that just go skittering across the floor.
Garm will kind of step up to Min with his back to Kraken, and he'll just kind of like lean down and very quietly ask, "Do you think this has anything to do with what we're being sent to do?"
I don't know, and I don't know if I want to find out.
Well, don't keep it a secret too long. If we need to break skulls, then we better get breaking.
Sure. I'll keep everyone in the loop.
Is giving like the most serious, unblinking stare right at Min, just like right in the eyes, unmoving. But then we'll yell, Kraken, we need a rush job. We'll call it payment for the hit we're gonna do for you.
Yeah, it's not like I got anything else to do today.
I'll just kind of nod to Zoe.
Come on, sit your ass down. Do you want the sterile tools or the unsterile tools?
What?
I'm kidding.
Sterile.
I'm kidding. I don't sterilize my tools.
I love her so much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I absolutely adore Kraken.
Though, Elsie is cringing, but I'm in love.
Yeah. For a little while at least, the Kaya and Zoe would probably be out of commission while you're getting fitted, while installing the neural interface. So the rest of you would have a little bit of time to kill.
I overheard someone talking about some really cool ammo at the party, right?
Absolutely.
I want to go get that ammo. I want to find the people with the ammo.
There's a lot of very less than reputable vendors that do their dealing
Perfect.
here on Hell's Gate.
Mhm.
Well, just roll me a d4.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's a tiny die.
I mean, if I have word on the street, can that help Marl in any way?
Yeah, if you want to roll that, absolutely. I'll take the higher of the two.
So a D4, and I just add my modifier to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So my D4 is. So that would be a 4.
Yeah, you'd kind of track down some of the people who currently work for the station's militia, but have their own side gigs of, selling some aftermarket goods and weapons that they happen to find either through sig diving or through, traders that come through that just need to offload some stolen goods. They tend to have some very odd assortments of weaponry. For at least this next mission. After that, we'll say that the ammunition's gone and you'll need to re-up.
Okay.
I have a few different kinds of ammo for you.
Okay.
One being caustic ammunition. After you roll for damage, you can choose to basically have the damage that you would have applied on a ranged weapon. And instead of normal damage, it applies burn.
Okay.
If I could find the other one. Where are you? You also have enhanced ammunition,
Mhm.
which won't actually help you in any way,
That's great.
because you can apply it to a weapon. It does an extra 1d6 bonus damage, but it becomes a loading weapon,
Oh,
which all of your weapons are
yeah.
loading
Yeah.
weapons.
Okay.
There's caustic, there's enhanced, there is where's the other one? No, there are 3. I don't remember what it's called. I'll get you the name of it later. Shrapnel
Okay.
rounds. There it is. Shrapnel rounds.
Ooh, okay.
If your attack is not a cone, not a line, you can make it a blast 1 from your target.
So that would have to be an
Ooh.
arcing shot.
It's any ranged shot. It's just you shoot the target, and then the round explodes into shrapnel in a burst 1.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
That's moral coded.
I know. I just feel like the shrapnel just suits her way. Like my head is saying caustic, but my heart is saying shrapnel. So I'm gonna go with the shrapnel one.
So you'll have to choose one of your weapons that, for this next mission, will have shrapnel rounds.
Great. I'll just add it to my main hand cannon that has the auto stabilizing hard points on it.
Perfect.
Cool.
All these different ammunition types are brought to us by the Lancer Enhanced Combat Book. Go pick it up on itch.io. Min, I think you're the only one who's got a little time to kill at the moment.
Okay. I mean, I wanted to see if I could get any mods on my arm
Oh,
along with the others.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
a quick mod. Well, that's it. Yeah.
yeah.
By Kraken.
No.
And call it a down payment on what I'm about to the fire line I'm about to put myself in front of for them.
On the can of whoop ass she's about to crack open.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to die is the answer.
It'll be fine.
No, me first. Me first.
I'm jumping in front of this bullet first. You guys are not faster than bullets. You can't self-sacrifice before I do it myself.
Carm's already done it once.
Morals are
I've already got a new
ones.
character rolled up and everything. That's a lie. I don't touch Min, please, who I'm begging you.
For our leg, how do you feel about a little stealth enhancement? Basically, sound dampening mechanisms as you're walking, a little just like built-in subdermal radar jammer, just generally keeping you off the radar as you're traveling on foot.
Every time we turn around, you're just there. Jesus.
Gift for that. It's the one from the office.
That work for you, Kaya?
Oh, that's for me. Yeah, absolutely it does.
Min,
Nailed it. Yeah.
how do you feel about your unarmed attacks counting as energy damage?
Taser arm.
Keep this how long?
It's just yours. Until you lose the arm.
Oh, you mean my
Energy.
fist punchy? I thought you meant my mech.
Yeah.
Yeah, energy damage. Let's go. Fucking
Yes, when you get into a
absolutely
bar fight,
shatter
you
some
can-
bones.
You can legitimately kill the drunken people you're fighting.
Oh wow, that's sure is a way to put my intentions. So, I'm not like a
Em just
psycho
kills them
killer.
the
I'm just like a
old-fashioned way.
fight. Yeah, that sounds fucking amazing, actually.
And Zoe, of course, all of these things are all, You didn't get them here. Do you want anything extra, or are you just having just the bare minimum implants installed?
Zoe's bare minimum.
Sure.
She's a little, for reasons, doesn't quite trust all cybernetics, so she kind of steers clear, except for the OmniNet one. That one is like, I can't get around it type,
Mm-hmm.
so she uses that one. But she's good. She's just excited as soon as it's installed. Like, you just see like her like start moving her hands around of like moving the things into place, creating all the new
1,000 open
accounts.
tabs.
Yeah, just
You see the like 15-legged arachnid-style NHP that's just grabbed, like hooked into the ceiling, just like staring down at you all.
just give a little wave.
One of the limbs detaches from the ceiling and waves back.
I just look in horror.
Jabs back into the ceiling. Purely for aesthetics. It by no means actually needs to keep itself like propped up there. This is purely for you, to that like shock and awe and intimidation factor. This is a being made of energy and data.
Mhm.
It chooses to look like that.
Could I, while all this has been going on, our things are getting fixed and replaced and upgraded and such, have quietly asked Nyx to like do a little digging on what the fuck happened here. Like, maybe if there's security or like a camera somewhere outside, if there's any sort of anything, like, does he come up with anything?
You find security
Yeah,
footage,
she-
absolutely.
Oh, can I see that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Basically, what you would expect would see the street kind of empty post like shift change. Everyone is off to their various parts of the station, and you would see a very imposingly large figure. Think like Nemesis from Resident
Ooh.
Evil. Just kind of come walking up to the front door, reach a hand out, grab, and just rip down and then out. And then stop. Turn and look up at the camera. It just sits there. Basically
hate
staring
that.
into each other's eyes.
It doesn't go in? Nyx, what is this?
I'm not sure. It looks like the footage has been tampered with. I apologize.
They did the thing where they cut a section of it, they loop it.
It's kind of cuts out for a moment, like as if someone like spliced the footage. And when it comes back, it is just a pair of eyes in the camera and nothing else.
I just screams out of nowhere, like a horror movie, like ah! I was like, oh,
And then it's gone.
oh, Lord.
You all right?
It was just a bit of a jump scare, I suppose. When we were here earlier, that box, the coffin, did it let off any sort of signal? Is there any way to track it, or are we just
None.
screwed?
It was encased heavily.
I don't know how much of your past knowledge you have or want to dig into it, but what could be in there? Why would someone conceal it that much?
I would guess either something that needs a lot of protection, something very fragile, or something very dangerous.
If you could, I don't know if it's gonna matter, because I assume this is probably someone else also off the grid trying to hide, but anyway, we can track this face. I mean, we've got a decent enough image, see if it pops up on any wanted lists or anything.
See what I can find.
Thank you. Also, Moira was the friend I was saying you should make.
We've spoken.
Oh, good. I can only imagine that was very riveting. Wish I would have been a part of it.
She has a extreme disdain for human life.
Oh. Good.
Garm is not surprised.
I'd like to think this is about the time that Zoe's waving. I'm like, maybe Zoe can change their mind.
Min, I imagine you probably heard the scream or yelp or whatever it might be classified as.
I think
Combination.
was Kraken working on my arm at the same time? Because I feel like the scream, Min's probably like dissociating while this happens. You know, like when you get a tattoo and you're sitting there working for a long time. Actually, I don't know if any of you except for Tay knows how long like tattoos sitting is.
Yep.
And like so you just kind of like dissociate for a while through the pain or whatever and just think about whatever. And like there's like a jump like when she hears Kaya scream, because that's like one of those auto-tuned things now because they're besties, you know. And
hey, whoa, this is delicate work here.
yeah. Sorry. Look over at Kaya. You good? What just happened? Where'd you go?
Security footage.
Yeah, don't bother. I pulled it up. There's nothing there. Just a big old blank space in time.
But, you know, I got very drunk last night, and I think I was just surprised that this much time has passed. That's all. gives Min that look again.
We're communicating telepathically again, like.
Yeah.
Or, you know, over the Omninets, since both of you can exist
That's
in
true.
the Omninet.
Oh, yeah, I guess we can.
And
do
now
that.
Zoe can too.
We can all telepathically communicate now.
Yeah, it's Garm and Marl that have to do it the old-fashioned way.
That's true.
But
That's
you're
true.
the most in tuned, you know? It's
That is
about
also
the same.
true. Connected
Yeah.
across multiverses.
Yep.
I think you each get like a little image, but it's like kind of blacked out, and it just says like trigger warning, jump scare, eyes.
Thanks, trigger warning, Kaya.
It was startling. But then one with like the further away face as well. Nick's found this, not a blank spot. So
Oh.
They are bright, blue, and absolutely ravenous.
Vanna? No.
You can
Okay.
see the hunger behind the eyes.
I don't like that.
does this look like whoever you were saying you thought she knew did this earlier? Very cryptic, by
Absolutely
the
not.
way. Oh, okay, good. Wonderful. Double the bullshit. Who were you thinking?
Old person that I used to know. Like, oh my god, I don't even know how to describe him, Coop. Like, what word am I thinking to describe?
Daddy?
No. Look, okay, so I was gonna
Don't
say
say
father
uncle.
figure, but it's not.
Father figure is probably the best
Is it-
description.
Father figure in the way of like Eleven's father. Okay.
Yes, 100% Brenner vibes. Yes, but worse.
It would be like Daddy Dearest.
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
Like Elsie says daddy, but Min does not. That kind of vibes. Because Elsie was like, Brenner, daddy. 11 said no.
Yeah.
That's how it is. What? Why are y'all you cannot look at me in the eyes and say he did not have daddy vibes on that show.
He did.
Anyways.
I feel like we've said daddy too many times in the last
Yeah.
minute.
There's too many snippets now. Too many.
Yeah. The show is
I will
all,
never
all about arms
apologize.
and daddies.
I will never apologize for saying daddy on stream until Hoop's channel is demonetized.
Never gonna happen.
Okay. Then I'll keep trying. Anyways, yes, that father figure, but I don't think Min would say that like to Kaya. Like that's not something that she would feel is accurate, but for your references, it was more like a father figure. For her, it's just someone that she wishes that she never had a memory of and thought she would never see again. And that is the answer that she would give you. He is no good and sadistic and awful and dangerous.
So 100% SecCom.
Yes.
I thought this was the place where you're supposed to go to hide, not for everybody's secrets to find them.
So did I. So you can imagine my surprise when he showed up in my dreams a few nights ago.
In your dreams?
I don't know what else to call it. Maybe it's a hope, a wish that it was. And I just kept telling myself that so that it would be. But yet again, I am wrong. And this is just proving my point to be wrong and have to admit reality. I wish I could give you both more answers, but I can't. I am just as in the dark as you. And that, I can assure you, is not a good thing to be in this situation.
Tell us everything you know about him, then. So we can be prepared. Whatever it is he stole, one, he obviously knows you're here, sent some goon, and it is very important. It's either very dangerous or... That's probably the most valuable piece of shit on this station, if I had to gather.
I will have 2 weeks. Give me time to process this. This is a very mature thing for Min to say.
I think that's like exactly what Kai says. That's a very mature thing for you to say.
I think that is wild to me that she's just like, no, I need a minute. And I'm like, damn, we're not going to just go wreck stuff. She's like, no. I'm like, okay. Go off, queen. Yeah, so she requests a minute to like process and literally go through this and unfortunately relive the dream that she had and the stuff she saw here so that she can piece as much of it she can together, as well as go to Apophis for him to do his little PC whatever NHP shit he does and whatever he's found on him since she asked him to go digging. And I think this is something that they can discuss on the 2-week voyage out to the ship, because she definitely needs a minute.
I think I will, clearly like not going to push back, and it's just like, of course, we've got some time, but if you need another set of eyes, or 2, kind of nods to Zoe, or 3, whatever.
Can we count eyes in this game?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let me know, and we can, if you want to share, delve through this with you. You all made a lot of enemies. Lord.
Make this enemy. This enemy made me.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
Elsie's not gonna tell you right now.
I mean, I think I
That
know,
was
but
a sick
like.
line, though, Elsie.
All right. Augmentations installed, more or less cleanly and correctly. We have some brand spanking new ammunition to try out. You have your own dropship, where all of your mechs would be loaded into. A brand new NHP pilot. A no-nonsense military SETCOM era NHP whose entire job is to get you there and back safely. Is there anything else? Anyone got
Garm's
any?
plan is to get Zoe to have Penny show that other NHP leg to give Marl and Garm time to paint flames on that dropship.
I don't know if you want to put any more stress on the Penny right now.
All
Penny's
right.
having a time.
Yeah.
We'll make this one sacrifice. We're not happy about it, but we'll make it.
We'll take it for the team.
Yeah.
Anything else? All right. Then I think, as we prepare to head out on a 2-week journey to whatever the hell is waiting for you, I think that's where we can bring today's game of Lancer to a close.
Oh, she.
I promised you an RP session, no mech combat, and sig diving, and I delivered.
You really did. You did that
did.
for us. I appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you.
We just
And-
emotionally
and
damaged
we went
ourselves.
longer. And we went longer than we normally do with a whole combat thrown into it.
Mhm.
It's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Nobody punched anything, and nobody killed anybody.
Yeah, we made some new friends. All is
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for being an absolutely amazing cast. Thank you to everyone that came out to support us. We love you so much. High Shelf, thank you so much for the raid. We love you all very, very much. Hope your stream was great. Random Rhapsody, same thing. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for sharing your communities with us. We love you so very much. But it is late for half of our cast here, so I'm going to go around, let everyone tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and then we will get out of your hair. We'll go right to left this time. So we're starting with Danny.
Oh, okay. All right. I am Daniela. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Daenela, Daenela. Where you can find me? I'm going to be back here tomorrow night for Simbaroom Part 1, which I'm really excited for. Super high fantasy vibes. I'm going to be back here on the 26th. Yeah, so 26th for Simbaroom Part 2. And then back here in 2 weeks for Lancer Hellsgate. And I'm pretty sure that's everything I have going on at the moment. So yeah, that's me.
So excited. Simbaroom is such a fun game. It's just dark,
This
gothic
lore
fantasy.
is so good.
There's a module out for it that I want to run, so we'll just keep an eye for casting for that. That brings us up to Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm Twixter. I'm JJSYNN. Everywhere else, I'm some version of Graphical Ronin. I draw pictures mostly for fun, but also for money. I played Garm tonight. I will be on High Shelf Collective on Friday playing a Mass Effect hack of Cyberpunk. which ought to be fun. And that's the next 3 Fridays. And then in 2 weeks, I'll be back here for Lancer. And I don't think I've heard back on any casting other than that. So I'm not sure what April is going to bring.
Having played in that system, it's so much fun. You're going to have a blast. Also, we had an idea
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be fun.
for a week-long event in the future, which was a video game themed event. So just playing a bunch of TTRPGs based on video games. So you'll absolutely see that
Nice.
over here again.
Please. That's the game that brought me here.
Yeah. That's what I messaged
Just
randomly
like,
on
I'm a
Twitter and
minute.
said, "You don't know me, but this looks cool. Let's hang out."
Here we are. Sign me up
Um,
for some Last of Us goodness that week. Anyway, go on.
brings us up to LC.
Oh shit, you know what? I was like sitting here doing my taxes and I was like, I got time. I'm the middle one again. And then I did not open my calendar. So give me like a second. Here it comes. It's coming. That's June 2023. That was a year ago. Okay, where am I? Okay, it's really fun. It's really fun for me tomorrow because LC, in her pride and glory of absent-mindedness, set up a back-to-back special for everybody who loves to watch me absolutely destroy myself, called Every Other Week. I play Lancer here on the Lost Caravan, so every alternating Monday, opposite to today, technically yesterday, and tomorrow, technically today, I play Masks over on Entropy Emporium, where JD is just obliterating us every single episode, every single moment of our lives. I made it through another day of Lent. I have tomorrow's stream, and I have the 26th, the 26th. Yo!
You know, it's
I
funny
have
because
tomorrow.
Kaya and Garm jumped on a couple of kissy grenades for you tonight.
I thought about Kaya being drunk and kissing you, but then I was like, wait, that's not going to matter. It's a PC. It has to
won't
be an
matter. You're a
NPC.
PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's just tomorrow because because it's the last day I have an actual game in Lent. So cool. So if you want to see me absolutely win Lent, which is not true because I am likely going to get kissed, tomorrow, it's fun. We are fighting the darkness. It's very scary. It has a bunch of mouths. A lot of mouths. A lot of questions there.
To kiss.
If you are going to be at
A lot of
PAX
kissing,
East,
yeah.
I really thought about it. I have considered it. That's not the kiss I'm
The
worried about.
monster's not. I guess the monster is an NPC.
It is an NPC, yeah. And then if you're going to be at PAX East on the 23rd and you want to see me just be an absolute idiot 24/7 in person, come hang out. It's going to be a bunch of us there. Not a bunch. I don't know how many people. It's going to be fun. Whatever. Come hang out in Boston. And then the 26th, I have to do that, actually. I'll get it done on the 25th. That's fine. I have a presentation called X Character Did Nothing Wrong. I will be presenting on Off the Shelfie over on High Shelf Collective, where you can come see me and not argue with me until the end. Present a series of characters
Nah.
on what they did wrong and actually what they did not do wrong. That's the opposite. What they did not do wrong and why are they justified. It is a satire. A satire. I know very well
Red
these
flag
characters like
defense
Dio
fund.
Brando did everything wrong. Okay. And then on the 29th, I'll be here playing Lancer again. But I won't be playing Mint. I'll be playing Daisy. She's a tank, and she is absolutely feral. And she was another part of Min's team.
Are you
So-
playing the Habsburg?
I have no idea. I haven't looked at it. I'll look at it the day before like I always do.
The size 3 with the biggest sword in the game?
Yes. Compensate.
That brings us
That's
over
the
to
opposite
Mary.
of what I wanted to say. All right.
Hi everybody. I am Mary. I've been playing Zoe. You can find me online at the Hell site at Nerd on Wheels 15 or everywhere else at the Nerd on Wheels. Coming up for me every other Wednesday, you can catch me on Enchanting Sorcery Productions for Fandelver and Below, Halia's Harriers. Every Saturday, you can catch me on Nerds with Dice for Masks the Puzzle Project, an all disabled table with a bunch of disabled superheroes that are trying to fight back and take over their neighborhood again that was gentrified. So a lot of drama, a lot of fun. Check that out. Sundays, you can catch me over on Girls Run These Worlds for All Templars Are Bastards, a Dragon Age RPG where a bunch of mages are doing a lyrium heist in a giant Templar keep. So that's not going to have any issues at all. Yeah, no, it's gonna be fine. And then on the 25th, you can catch me back here for Fabula Ultima, some fun, a RPG inspired by Final Fantasy 14 and JRPGs. It's gonna be a blast.
So good.
Go over to Taylor.
Over to _potato _
Hello, that is me. Is that like some places take the underscores out on other places? I don't know. Yeah, you can find me doing all sorts of things. Like obviously this every other Monday, as well as 5 Ultimate every other Saturday right here. We've fought death in one question mark. Didn't die.
Now you're going into Death's home.
That's gonna be fun. You can also find me. I should have also put in my calendar because I've been out of town for nearly a week. I don't know what I've got going on anymore. Oh my god, I forgot tomorrow. You can find me tomorrow for the first time ever on Saves versus Death, a very fun channel that does lots of cyberpunk fun stuff. They do what they call like Night City Sofa, where they each month will play or showcase the new DLC for Cyberpunk Red that Artel puts out. And this month's was roller derby. And so we are going to be a 5v5 team. The team for High Shelf is our crew from Werewolf. We're going to come in with that same feralness to absolutely kicks the Save versus Death team. I'm very excited for that. Jess is running it. It's going to be a blast. Dave and I are bringing back some characters we've played in other one-shots. It's going to be so good. As well as then on Wednesday over on High Shelf Collective Beacons Farlight, our Beacons actual play will be started for season 2. It'll kick off on that, and that'll be every other Wednesday. And then on Thursday, there will be... I didn't win the fight, or the pitch. I pitched and I didn't win. But we're playing The Last Caravan. I tried to make it be called The Lost Caravan, a Last Caravan actual play on High Shelf Collective to really confuse people, but... I don't think that is what it actually ended up being called. So, but I'm very excited for that. I am playing a crazy old woman with a sniper rifle. Should be fun.
That's
Yeah,
the best kind.
so good. And then when I'm not here on Mondays, I'm over on Apochromatic Unlimited. It is a collective of all POC creators, players, tabletop enthusiasts. We are running, or I am playing in, Paul is running a Esper Genesis campaign. We are doing it very Mass Effect style. We're a 3-man strike team that have been brought back from the dead because we're badasses and we got to do it again. After our first episode, I characterized my character as Leslie Knope if she was a murdering mercenary. So come hang out for that.
That's incredible.
Oh, and the Friday Lust and Dust. I forgot it's not done. It was supposed to be done. We got 2 more episodes, baby. Over on Entropy Emporium.
Absolutely.
I'll not be busy when this month ends. I just gotta get through the end of March.
So, Hoop, that roller derby thing gave me an idea. You have to have a Lancer week where it's just a volleyball tournament.
Yes.
Just derby player.
Yeah.
Just leave me, of course, I am Andrew. I've been your storyteller for tonight's game and for most games around here. I think you are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GMs during the coming weeks because we have a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories, and we are here to support it. We also do casting calls each and every month if you want to come roll some dice with us, or you can join our Discord if you just want to come and hang out with a bunch of really cool nerds. And LC. The link is down below, the big old button that says Discord. We would love to have you. But that's it. That is all we got. One of a VTuber that I have followed for a very long time is currently live. I'm going to go show them some love. They are just the beaniest of beans. Just a little fox VTuber. They are absolutely adorable. So, gonna go throw it right over to Kitsu Kitsu. And as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.